This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
So, do you think things are going bad for you? This always cheers me up going to the site FML. You think you got it bad? You think your Monday's going terrible? Well, listen to what other people are posting about what's going on in their own life. FML, you know what that stands for, I believe. Somebody wrote up on the site, today my husband dropped me off at work. 10 minutes later, I got a text saying, I just dropped the B off. I'll be there in a few, baby. Miss you.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang. That's tough.
I mean, that's automatic breakup.
Yeah, I think that's like, yeah, you just save that for the divorce attorney. Somebody said, today I bit my boyfriend's neck and then felt something squirt into my mouth.
Oh!
I'll leave it at that, yeah.
I hate it.
I'll leave it at that, yeah.
Awful.
Uh-huh.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, here we go. It is maybe one of your favorite days, Jaybird. Fat Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, boy. What we got going on over here?
It's been quite the morning.
Yeah. Well, it's a big responsibility you got now, you know, since you decided to undertake the dirt.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to talk to you and send an email at the same time, and it is not going good. Kev, give me 20 seconds, and I'll be
Hey,
yours.
you're gonna be right back in it, huh?
It'll be radio excellence.
Okay. All right.
Best you've ever seen.
Okay. All right. Well, it's no pressure, man.
I'm kidding. I'm good.
However it does. Okay. You're doing all right, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, we talked to Virginia late in the show yesterday. I'm sure she's having a great time. She is in New Orleans doing the Mardi Gras stuff like she does every single year. That's her hometown. So she's back home, got the fam. She's got her kids with her, Rocco and Magnolia. So they're all there, and she's going to go crazy and blow it all out today and then hop back in a car and drive back tomorrow night.
Good for her.
Yeah. I don't know how she does it. She said she's going to get back late Wednesday night and then be back in here Thursday morning. So
I like a tired Virginia.
I mean, I don't know how she does it. That's insane to me. Like, she's been blowing it out for 4 days, and then she's going to just do a 12-hour road trip and then come right around, drive all the way almost to the Florida-Georgia border, and then go to Tequesta and then come back and do a show on Thursday morning.
I know.
It's amazing. It is a testament to that gal. So we'll try to check in with her in a little bit as well, see what's up. But myself, Bird, Denny's is massively ill, but he's trying to plow through it. So we're just a banged up crew this week.
Yeah, I think he's giving me something. I think I'm starting to get a little run down myself. I'm feeling that my throat is killing me.
Yeah.
And I spent so much time with the kid. I'm sure to get it. I'm trying to be positive thinking.
I had it on Thursday and Friday, so it's a little bit of a funk. So it'll knock you backwards a bit. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's flu. I don't know if it's.
All I'm saying is I've been reading up on the coronavirus, and it's starting to freak me out a little bit.
It is. It's getting to you.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how much of it is just media trying to get clicks and trying to scare people, and how much of it's real.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really throwing around the term pandemic now. That is one of the popular things. And there's, the one thing that I had even read to you yesterday here on the show was, stay vigilant, stay up on credible news sources, because there are a lot of news sources and people are sending me stuff that just doesn't look like it's really legit, and it's just talking about just all the secrecy and what they're not letting you know.
Well, that's the big thing. They keep on talking about how, they're not letting us know, and the truth is really out there. Is that just conspiracy stuff?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is in that, people know it's freaking people out. So they're, writing up what looks like a legit story and trying to make it fly. But, the good news here in South Florida, where we are right now, is that, we've got a lot of good hygiene that is here, and we've got a lot of good access to medicine. Other parts of the world do not. They're more prone to a pandemic outbreak. And so they seem to be very vigilant globally right now and trying to quarantine and, make sure that this thing is not spreading. So for us right now, I mean, and the numbers are amazingly low. Like there's nothing compared to even the regular flu. The numbers I've seen that are the least bit startling where I'm like, oh my goodness, this is...
They keep on saying this is the beginning stages.
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm not an expert in a pandemic.
I like it though.
But right now, it's nothing at all that has got me freaked out. I'm the least bit freaked.
Well, you're the
this.
calming voice of the Palm Beaches. You're helping this. You're helping us out greatly.
Yeah,
you're helping me out.
Yeah, I was looking at the numbers yesterday, and I was just like, okay, what was it, like 2,000 dead? And I mean, yeah, for every single life that's out there, you feel terrible. But as far as something that's, to me, pandemics, 50 to 100 million dead. And we're like, okay, we're a good ways away from any of that kind of stuff. So we'll see. So we're powering through. We got our own little, I don't know what, if it's not coronavirus, I don't know what we got. Weed virus, has that happened?
Well.
The ganja virus, is that what we got here?
I mean,
it's caught by sharing bongs. I don't know. It's something. So
yeah, how much flu is caught between people who share bongs?
My God,
that's a great question.
Yeah. So that's the ganja flu. So maybe that's what we got going on here. The ganja virus. So you can dial it up today. We are on the radio. You can see what everybody looks like, see how sickly we are. Just go to your YouTube, and you can find the KVJ TV when you search for and find KVJ Show on there.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Kev, what SNL member wants to leave because people make fun of him when he's not there? I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
But first, did you hear the news about Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, I did.
He was in court and they brought the hammer down. Now, some people wanted more convictions. Here's a little bit of an audio. This is the district attorney, Cyrus Vance. He spoke to the media that said Weinstein's convictions, even on just 2 out of the 5 accounts, were a success.
Harvey Weinstein has finally been held accountable for crimes he committed. The women who came forward courageously and at great risk made that happen. Weinstein is a vicious serial sexual predator who used his power to threaten, rape, assault, trick, humiliate, and silence his victims.
So what does that mean now? Is there more cases? Is he going to go back to court?
I don't know if there's more that they're going to get out of him. It sounded like, I thought weren't all the accusers kind of joining in together in one fell swoop. So I don't really know the ins and outs of this case.
There were reports on how he was, using that cane, walking in. And
the walker.
The walker. And then when he actually got convicted, when he was walking out, he wasn't using it.
Yeah, it looked like a prop, and that's nothing new. I know with a lot of these cases, the attorneys, they know what they're doing. They have somebody that even does like jury prep, and they work on your look, and they want you to look a certain way, and they want him to look like, okay, how could this guy so physically weak be any kind of predatorial animal? He doesn't have the strength to do it. Well, yeah, when he was doing this stuff, one was from 2013, one was from 2006 that he was found guilty on. Yeah, he was very spry.
No one's buying the whole Walker routine.
No, No, in fact, he even, after the whole thing was over, they ended up admitting him to Bellevue Hospital. He was claiming that he had chest pains.
They always do that. Anytime someone gets convicted, they're, chest pains. I've seen that happen a lot.
And maybe it's legit because he's just like, this is it. His mortality is now called into question. Now, there was one that would have gotten him life, and he's going to be sent to prison now for decades, and hopefully no parole, and still, regardless, hopefully never will Harvey Weinstein see outside of a jail cell from just what he has right now. So I think anything else is going to be gravy. So he's going to Rikers Island, which is a tough place to be. So that's hopefully where he's going to spend the rest of his days.
Also in the news, The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar are being sued over a Black Panther track. A band called Yesayer claims that The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar stole a vocal sample. Now we've got back-to-back. We've got Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd song, and then it's followed up by the actual, the original. I mean, they sound a lot alike.
They do, and I'm wondering if they're going to defend it by saying, yeah, what we took is something that is more of a traditional tribal type thing, and that's where we got our inspiration from. So maybe that's kind of a standard thing that they both borrowed from.
But that's kind of, I mean, the melody is there, though. The
Yeah.
melody was the same. And I believe the second part was the Kendrick Lamar track. The one that was a little bit more polished.
That was a massive song from a massive soundtrack to a massive movie, so I'm sure there's a lot of money that's in there, so it makes sense to go after it.
And finally, what SNL member wants to leave because people make fun of him when he's not there? It is Pete Davidson. He did an interview with Charlamagne the God. This is what he said.
He just like ratted me out to my boss. I never
that's the
really
wrong
got
clip.
over that.
That's the Louis C.K. clip.
It is.
Yeah, there's an SNL clip in there too.
It says Pete Davidson rips on Louis. Oh, okay. Sorry. There are two.
Here's the thing, is like I personally think I should be done with that show because they make fun of me on it. Like,
That's the point. It's a comedy sketch show.
no, but like I get it. But like I'm cold open political punchlines. I'm like weekend update jokes. When I'm not there, like they'll be like, but Pete's a jerk face. And you're like, whose side are you on? I really wanted last year to be my last year.
You kind of have no choice but to be self-deprecating, right?
Well, that's just my type of like humor, but also like, yeah, you gotta be, because they think I'm dumb. Like I'm literally painted out to be like this big dumb idiot. Like even all my sketches are just me being like, okay, sure. You know, so it's just like, I have to.
Wow.
Yeah, he did a big, long interview with Charlamagne the God. He went through it all. He talked about Ariana Grande, all that crap.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah. And Kev, that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Okay.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife?
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Saw a lot of it live yesterday afternoon. It was very well done. I don't know if I've ever seen a memorial service done better and with more demand than the one for Kobe and Gianna Bryant yesterday. And the demand was crazy. Just the people that were lining the streets of Los Angeles hoping to get into the Staples Center. More than 20,000 people attended the memorial service. 80,000 fans had applied for access to try to get in. It was a lottery ticket drawing is how they did it, and the whole Staples Center was absolutely full yesterday. Many of it just celebrities all over the place. It was unreal, and not only on the stage and the crowd, everywhere you saw a lot of people speaking. Beyonce opened up singing EXO, and then did a very special version of Halo. Yeah, it was pretty amazing just what was going on there. There were several performances that wound up happening. Not only Beyonce, but you had Alicia Keys and Christina Aguilera both performing later on in the ceremony yesterday. It was aired live on ESPN. You also had some funny moments as well, as Shaquille O'Neal got up there to tell a story about Kobe being a ball hog.
The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. Said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that mother.
Okay. All right. Also, Michael Jordan. Have you ever seen the crying Jordan memes that are out there? It's all over the place. Anytime somebody's saddened in sports, you always see that. So Michael Jordan addressed that yesterday when he spoke about Kobe Bryant.
We talked about everything. And he was just trying to be a better person. Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next. I told my wife I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to see that for the next 3 or 4 years.
There you go. The new Jordan crime meme is going to be out there after yesterday. And pretty much everybody was crying after Vanessa Bryant was talking about Gianna and what she had to say about Kobe, somebody that she's been with since she was 17 and a half years old.
Gianna Bryant is an amazingly sweet and gentle soul. She was always thoughtful. She always kissed me goodnight and kissed me good morning. She was tender and loving on the inside. She had the best laugh. It was infectious. It was pure and genuine. I miss you, all of you, every day. I love you.
And there you go. Lots of amazing moments yesterday on the Kobe Bryant Memorial.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
So I was telling you a little bit about it yesterday, but my townhouse area kind of looks like a crime scene. It's got all of this yellow tape around it. Something had happened on Sunday, early in the morning, where half of the power went out of my place, just half of it. But you go if you wanted to go to the bathroom, it would just come on like a little dim light. It was very weird, very bizarre. And it's now at a point now there's all these wires coming out of it. And I'm just wondering what makes that happen. And is that my new life now? Am I just gonna have wires coming out of my place? Because Chewy keeps on like, tripping over it, and it's kind of clunky. Why is this happening all over our area? Denny's neighbors has it now, and these wires are kind of in the way. And I don't see a end in sight. What the heck's going on?
All I can go with is somebody texted in yesterday, said they had the exact same problem, and there were some underground wires that were a problem. FBL had to come in, dig them up, and it took about 2 months to get it repaired.
But what causes that?
Old lines that just kind of wear down, and then there's not good connection.
So what it did was it like burnt my cable. My cable box completely fizzed out. They tried to do that reset thing like 9 different times. They got to bring out a specialist today.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering what causes all that crap and why is it happening so much all of a sudden where we live. It's like out of the blue. Denny's lives, a good 5 minutes away, but his neighbor, my old townhouse has it.
Yeah.
Now my place has it. It's like it's going to crap.
Things are on grids, kind of like when you see the power come back on after a hurricane. You'll see one place across the street has power and a place across the other side doesn't. It's just because of the grid they're on. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
That's what's going down.
Sucks, yeah. Colorado used the extra money from marijuana to redo all of the infrastructure. So they have all fiber optic and they have all underground lines now. So they redid them all.
Yeah, but now all the lights are dim.
Yeah.
I guess when that stuff happens, it can burn out your cable box.
Oh, yeah. Pete, there's horror stories where surges have been sent back through and completely fried every electronic in people's houses on an entire grid. The state has to pay for that.
They do. Good. They should.
We need to check our equipment then, just in case it's not fried.
Well, you would know. All your stuff would be burnt in the back. It would all not work.
All of the microphones?
Nothing in your entire house would work.
Okay.
You would have no electricity. All the wires would melt together and become just a blob of wires.
Dang.
Gosh, that's crazy.
That happened when I was living with Klepto. That happened 2 blocks away from us. FPL was working. And something happened where they sent a surge back through the lines, and it fried the electricity on an entire grid. Probably about 47 houses all had melted electronics.
So they have to pay for that?
They do.
Who pays? So FP&L has to pay for that?
Guess so, yeah. It's their fault.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
To me, that's like a sinkhole. It's just not fair.
It's an anomaly when that happens. It's not good.
It'd be interesting to see what their budgets are. How much money they make, what their operating costs are, what they spend for what.
And how often does that happen? I mean, it's just
very seldom.
That's very seldom. All right.
Well, so ours, like you were saying, why is it happening so much in our area? It's got to be just old wiring, man. It's just going one by one, and they're just replacing it as it goes.
Could be worse. You could be in Fort Lauderdale where the sewer pipes are breaking.
Oh my god.
There's another thing that needs maintenance.
Yeah,
you don't want to put that one.
I'll take a dim light over a river of poo in my front yard.
I'll be fine with no cable for a couple days.
Yeah. What you got on your mind today, Denny's?
Well, weirdly, I brought this up probably like 2 weeks ago, and it happened again. I got another ticket from another car that has my license plate. It keeps happening.
Really?
I'm about to dispute it again.
It's a different car?
A different car, completely different car, different toll. And I owe a toll on it that they ran. In fact, I got 2 sent to me from 2 different tolls. And it's like a white Acura.
Why is the universe messing with us, dog?
I don't know, but I looked and it's got the same license plate. I don't know how this is happening.
Really?
Yeah. So
That
I
is
have
amazing.
We have a lot of questions today.
What is going on?
I got to get on the phone with him and figure out why this keeps happening. It happened because I have 2 cars under my name, and it's happened to me twice now with 2 different cars.
That's terrible.
It is. It's awful. So I don't even know what to do anymore.
There's so many problems like that I have where I've tried to fix it, and I get to a point where I go, I don't even know what to do anymore. Oh well, and just see what happens.
Well, so the last thing they kind of brushed under, and I was like, well, maybe that's just the end of it. It was a complete mistake on their end. The camera captured the number wrong. I don't know. But now a second time I find that to be so coincidental. And then I look and it's my personal license plate, not my wife's license plate, which both cars are under my name.
So someone's screwing you guys over. Do you think it's an inside job?
Well, so somebody brought up, and I don't know the accuracy because I just don't know much about the topic, but somebody was saying that some of these, I guess, shadier dealers open up multiple plates that I guess already exist because they have so many cars on their lot. And
wow.
So I don't know if it's a temporary paper plate that they put up or something, and it's got my number. But man, if you're gonna take my number, just quit running tolls or committing crimes.
Yeah,
I'm getting pegged with this stuff.
Why are only criminals taking your stuff?
It's so obnoxious that I woke up from like a fever dream, and then I find this thing, all these papers saying I owe money for these tolls and stuff, and I just can't figure it out.
How much are they saying?
Well, so it sucks because the last one sucked because I didn't check the mail, or I threw it all in a pile and then I opened it all up on one week. So I had a couple, so it had accrued. This one is fresh, but it's 2 fresh new ones with the same car.
Wow.
So it's like I was wondering maybe the number was misinterpreted, but to have 2 different cases with the same license plate, I find that too coincidental.
Isn't it awful too when they tell you have to call back, and then you call back and it's the same kind? You have to go through all the same steps. They act like they've never talked to you before. It's the same thing I'm going with the IRS. I have talked to 4 different people from the IRS every single time. Like, yeah, we don't know what's going
Been here before,
on.
done this, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I don't even know what to do.
So I do it with anyone that I call, but you can ask them for a number, tell them to give you like your case number. That way you can skip all that each time.
You say that? They gave me a case number. I gave them the case number, and they had no idea what I was talking about.
Weird. Yeah, so I usually use the case number so I don't have to deal with all that again.
I had a 3-minute thing. I go, what about the case number? You guys give me this case number. We don't have the case number.
There's part of me is just like, can you just hang up the phone and be like, if they're this much of a mess, how long is it going to take before they really can get to me?
I don't know, man.
Something's going to affect my life. I mean, if you can't find the case number, all this stuff, it just seems like they're bungling around.
I'm just wondering, because I've noticed it a lot with a lot of professional companies across the board. Is it just that everything is so turnkey and digital now that nobody has any due diligence and follows up on anything? It just automated everything.
I just think a lot of people in life are going through the motions.
Yeah, everybody's going through the motions.
I think that's really just it.
Depending on what it is, I'm one of those people.
I think it's. I hate to blame the cell phone, the internet on the cell phone, but last time I was flying, every employee in the airport was on their phone. Everyone. The guys loading the luggage into the plane as you're sitting on the plane watching.
Yeah.
The one guy's on his phone just throwing baggage into the plane, not even paying attention.
And you can tell he's not using it for work.
No, he's watching YouTube or something.
The worst is if you go to a restaurant and there's really nobody in the restaurant and you see everyone who works there on their phone. And you're saying, can I get a drink here?
Yeah, it's weird.
There's like 4 people working there. No one's in the restaurant and they're all on their phones.
That's all I see now. Everywhere you go, if you go to a store to buy stuff, the cashiers are all on their phones. You're just like, can I ring out?
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone follows up on anything. That's why I'm getting these random tickets that people are stealing my license plates.
Me and Denny's are in a little bit of a ranting mood today.
You got a lot of troubles, both of you.
It's odd troubles.
Just full of troubles.
We have troubles, but we also have each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do.
Here's maybe something to make things go a little bit easier for you. If you would like to get into the deep, wise Eastern philosophy of Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had me for a second.
He apparently uses this psychosensory technique known as havening. This is what Justin Bieber does to center himself. It's apparently a technique that actually raises the feel-good chemicals in your brain on demand. And this is what he does to relieve anxiety and stress. He credits this with a lot of the advancements that he's made in his own personal life. So what you do is the next time you're feeling stressed, simply touch your upper arms. I guess it'd be maybe around your armpits, possibly, that area. Okay. Your palms. And around the eyes with some pressure. You can also rub your head and face to soothe yourself.
The eyeball thing's real. You ever had that done to you at a massage? Someone massages your eyeballs? It's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of times I will go right at the bridge of your nose. I will sometimes do a little bit of that. I think it's something to do with blood flow to the brain and things like that, right around in your temples. You can just do that. There is a quick, easy breathing technique that if you do any kind of meditation, you can actually get yourself there with just one good, deep, relieving breath, kind of center yourself whenever you get a little bit frazzled.
What happens if you're real frazzled? You try to do the eyeball thing, you do the deep breath, and you're still struggling.
Well, then that's just, continuing to work, and you're not completely centered yet. Sometimes people can do it in just one breath. That's why they say all these techniques, a lot of it is practice, where you have to, the more stressed you get, the better you're going to have to be at being able to center yourself. And so if you can also get to a place, too, where you just don't let things frazzle you. Take the life of the very peaceful Denny's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you don't, some people take a small problem and make it, they magnify it, make it massively huge. Other people can take a massively huge problem and minimize it and make it something small.
It's all mind state.
Yeah. Which of those people are you? So that just kind of depends. Some people, until you really get your thinking right and start thinking in the right way, none of these techniques would help you. Because it's learning how to process challenges that life gives you and saying, okay, are you really giving this the right amount of attention that it deserves? Or are you a person who makes everything into a major problem when it's really not?
I like it. The glass of soda is always half full, baby.
Yeah, that's it. There is a lot about your perspective into problems and what is happening in life, and that's usually why some people seem like they have it together. It's not that things are going better for them in life. It's really just how they process the things that are thrown at them. His wife, Haley, describes this technique as how it feels when your mom rubs your back to help you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what it is, just some soothing touches that you can do to yourself.
Would your mom rub you as a kid?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I got rubbed a lot.
Maybe. I mean, I guess. I think probably everybody had that. Yeah, I guess I could.
Okay.
If I went back far enough.
If you're saying you guessed, then you didn't get rubbed that often. I remember getting rubbed a lot.
You did?
Yeah. It was very nurturing.
Of course, yes. We wouldn't think anything else.
Do you get rubbed, Denny's?
Probably when I was sick. Pretty much that was it.
Well, would you like Jaybird to rub you now? Would you like to put your head in his lap and he could rub your hot back?
I wonder because that kind of explains a little bit, because both of you are not overly affectionate people, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I am very affectionate. I wonder if all that has to do with getting rubbed when you were sick and as a kid. I bet it does have something to do with it.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I actually am very affectionate.
Are you?
Yes, I am, yeah. You talk to my kids. I'm always hugging and kissing on them.
Do you like to snuggle with the queen if she wanted to?
It's mainly the queen. She's not very affectionate. Yeah. She's not a real, get in here and let's just hug and cuddle. And So I'm affectionate with other people.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so let's just qualify that. Kev's actually very affectionate.
Got ya.
Well, you got to be very excited. Today is a great combo. It is Fat Tuesday, and it's also National Pancake Day.
Oh, baby.
What a nice combination. But it's also day, what of Rebuilding Bird in your diet?
It's like day, I don't know. Like Denny's, I don't know what's going on.
Did you hit a reset? Are you on a diet?
I'm on a change, like kind of like what you're talking about. You're kind of changing the mind frame a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so is your mind frame going to be changed on Fat Tuesday and National Pancake Day?
Well, you're changing it for me already. I was coming in here trying to feel healthy, but if you got a pancake bit, I am in.
It's going to be a tough segment. It's if you're really trying to go for the calories, and that's the concept behind Fat Tuesday. Tomorrow is Lent. You want to get your mind, your body right. You're typically going to give something up, to try to get back in step. But today's the day where you blow it out. This is your kind of day, Jaybird. You always talk about one last ride.
Okay.
Let me just do that. That's what this is really everything you stand for today.
So I've been doing the whole rebuilding thing, rebuilding Bird with Beckett for about, 3 days, 4 days. It's so not even.
Here's a great excuse for you to start tomorrow.
Okay.
Everybody else is starting tomorrow.
All
That's
right.
Catholic at
All
least.
right. Fat Tuesday. I'm going to have one last ride.
Okay. Well,
okay.
I got a list for you if you want to really do a caloric bomb, the most fattening food you could get.
Do you want breakfast today?
I appreciate it.
You know, IHOP's got that thing with the free flapjacks.
And they've got a little delivery system there.
Oh, yes, they do.
Suits!
Yeah, just to let you know, as you're heading out today, you can actually go and get a free short stack at IHOP today.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so I got some of the best foods for Fat Tuesday for you next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Virginia's actually in New Orleans. That is her hometown. She's a raging Cajun, and she's back there because today is Fat Tuesday. She'll be blowing it all out today, and then tomorrow she's going to be back in here. It's going to be interesting to see how much weight she puts on. I know she hit her goal weight, and she was very excited about that. She thought she was going to put on 5 solid pounds.
No way.
You don't think so?
She doesn't want it bad enough.
You think you could do that?
I know I could do that. I have. I know it sounds like I'm bragging.
No, I remember, yeah. What was it, 1 hour you put on 10 pounds?
10 plus, actually.
Yeah. And now that's impressive. I mean, honestly, if we really had to break down just all the amazing feats that you have, your resume would be pretty impressive.
Well, that one's actually a legit good one.
Could we do that? We need to put together your KVJ resume.
My goofball resume.
Your goofball resume. If you're applying for the same job on another show, what would you want them to know?
You're right.
I mean, valuable things like, yeah, hey, I once put on 10 pounds in 1 hour.
I once got hospitalized for 4 days because I was eating out of a popcorn sarcophagus.
Yeah, that's impressive. You walked on hot coals and also wound up in the hospital.
Wore a wrestler's mask for 44 days without taking it off.
Yeah, I mean, just listen to... I mean, your credentials are amazing. In fact, I feel like when we start introducing you, we need to start throwing at least one of these taglines in here.
I don't hate it, Kev.
It's Jason J. Bird Pennington from the KVJ Show. You know, he once put on 10 pounds in 1 hour. Why we didn't use that at the Palm Beach Chamber Breakfast, I don't know.
You're right.
They'd be like, wait, what? How do you do that? Well, there are ways you can do it. You ate a lot of like heavy laden food. I know you eat. Was it cheesecake, and you drank a bag of sugar and all those kind of things.
The pound of the sugar really kind of weighed you down greatly. That's their final move in that run.
That's just
hour.
putting on pure weight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it's done right there. Yeah, if you do want to just go and say, hey, you know what? It is Fat Tuesday today. Nothing matters. It's almost like an invisible day of calories for you mentally. You got to make it count. And if you want to make it count, there are several different things that you can go out and do. In fact, you could start off this morning, not even messing around. I mean, it's IHOP National Pancake Day. You know, so they're celebrating with that free short stack for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get pancakes, obviously, anywhere. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be celebrating. But if you want to go other routes, there's a lot of good breakfast stuff you can do to pack on some serious pounds. Go to Cheesecake Factory. They've got a lot of massively calorie-ridden dishes there.
I mean, so much of it. Even the healthy stuff you can put on. It's delicious. I love their food.
You could start off with the breakfast burrito at Cheesecake Factory today. If you want to just try to see if you can really put on a lot of calories, here's where you could start. You start off with the breakfast burrito at Cheesecake Factory. It's scrambled eggs, bacon, chicken chorizo, cheese, crispy potatoes, avocado, peppers, and onions with a side of sour cream and black beans. It's got 2,730 calories and 73 grams of saturated fat.
Okay, I'm going to see if they deliver because Suits is in for breakfast today.
Yeah.
All right, Cheesecake Factory. Let's see if they'll deliver.
So we got your breakfast at just shy of 3,000 calories. So you're already in one meal over your needed calories for the day. Okay,
so it's kind of early right now. It's 6:53 a.m. They're not going to open for a little bit longer, but we're on it. We're on it.
Okay.
You're helping me out greatly.
Then for lunch, if you want to go for it here for Fat Tuesday, you could go to Johnny Rockets. You ever been to the Johnny Rockets?
I have never been there.
Okay. I know they have one at the Abaco Town Center, downtown the Gardens.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where it was. Downtown at the Gardens is where they had that. I'm trying to think if they have Johnny Rockets other locations. But if that one is still open, you could go there and get a bacon cheddar double burger with applewood smoked bacon, cheddar cheese, crisp leaf lettuce, fresh tomato, sliced onion, and special sauce on double patties. That has 3,500 calories and 88 grams of saturated fat.
Is that something Fat Kevin would have enjoyed?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, double patty, the sauce.
That just sounds delicious. And then for dinner, you could go to Texas Roadhouse and get a 16-ounce prime rib with loaded sweet potato. That's got 2,820 calories. You know, you need to eat lighter at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got those rolls they serve as well. By the way, the bread that they serve at Roadhouse is some of the most underrated bread ever. It is so amazing.
They do have really good stuff.
Oh.
I was talking to somebody about this last week. The one that they had on Okeechobee has turned into something else. It's been closed for like 10 years now, but we're just reminiscing about how we would go there and how much we love that and the peanuts and the
throw the
rolls.
peanuts on the ground.
Yeah.
It was part of their thing.
Right. Okay, so the recommended Fat Tuesday menu that I've given you here today that you could go get will put you at 9,050 calories.
Now, do I have your blessing with me stopping Rebuilding Bird for a day and then doing Fat Tuesday?
You do what you want to do.
I'm looking for an answer. I'm looking for.
This is not my cross to bear, my friend. This is all you. This is. I mean, you probably need to talk to Beckett. He's the one you signed up for training you and trying to get you back in. So probably talk to him.
I got a little bit of time before that wedding. Your words rang true earlier. It's Fat Tuesday, dude. What are you doing? You just started this thing. It's not like I've really done anything anyway.
Everybody's gonna get it together tomorrow for Lent.
Okay, that's
when you give up.
All right, okay.
It's Fat Tuesday, man.
All right, we're doing it.
So there you go. By the way, 233 grams of saturated fat in those 3 meals.
My dilemma now is too many places are closed. You got, you prime the pump over here, and now I'm hungry.
Yeah, you got to wait. I'm not sure what time, but if they have a breakfast burrito, I'm hoping that opens up here pretty soon. I was looking at some of the other biggest calorie-laden meals that you can get. There is a burger, the Fifth Third Burger, at a minor league ballpark in Michigan that's got 5 beef patties with cheese, almost a cup of chili. They got corn chips on an 8-inch bun. That's 4,800 calories.
Are you going to even enjoy the ball game after you inhale that thing? That's so much fartiness going into your body.
I don't know how much game you'd have left by the time you get that done. They've got a Mega Mel Burger at a country cafe in Texas. It's got 1.5 pounds of ground beef, a pound of bacon. It's got a 1/4 pound of cheese, and it's got almost 5,000 calories. And then a 7-pound burrito in Denver, Colorado, Jack and Grills. It's the size of a football, filled with eggs, ham, and green chilies and potatoes. 3,764 calories. And if a woman can finish it in one sitting without a bathroom break, they get free meals for life.
A bathroom break, as in what, crap themselves?
Yes.
Is that the bathroom break they speak of?
You cannot do it. Yeah. Somebody said the Roadhouse on Okeechobee was the original Roadhouse that started it all, not affiliated with Texas Roadhouse. Gosh, that's just so sad that thing closed then.
Does that kind of sound made up a little bit? I don't know if is that real?
I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the memory banks as an actual fact.
I would do anything to get a basket of those buns or those rolls they have. Oh, they have that sweet butter you smother on it. All right, what are you doing to me? You're talking about all this food. People are starting to say you're a bad influence.
It's Fat Tuesday, brah.
I hear you, brah.
What am I going to do?
I mean, you're really making me want it.
All right, so there you go. You got some plans out there today. What are you going to be doing? It is Fat Tuesday. Drink it in.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Virginia is in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, so it is our job to take over the Dirt of the Day, let you know what's going on with the celebrity gossip. It was Jay Bird's job, but he has left the studio. I'm not sure where he went. So,
we're getting breakfast.
Oh, doing the important stuff.
Absolutely.
This is the problem with, man, when you're doing the dirt and things like that, it's a big responsibility. You got to postpone breakfast orders.
I hear you, man. If you want to take the dirt, go for it.
No, I don't want to step on your toes. I know you got it all organized.
Okay, Kev, well, the big news, the big story, Harvey Weinstein was convicted yesterday in court. Now, here's the people prosecuting him. This is what they had to say about it.
Okay. All right, you're really quick into this now, Jay Bird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go.
Harvey Weinstein has finally been held accountable for crimes he committed. The women who came forward courageously and at great risk made that happen. Weinstein is a vicious serial sexual predator who used his power to threaten, rape, assault, trick, humiliate, and silence his victims.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I guess. So how long does he go to jail for now?
Well, based on the charges that he was found guilty of, that was the 2006 sexual assault, the 2013 rape, they say that it looks like he is going to be getting decades in jail. He could have gotten a life sentence if he would have been found of the most serious charge, which is the predatory sexual assault. That they did not get him on the hook for, but a lot of people are expecting and hoping that he will not see outside of prison bars for the rest of his life.
Are you feeling nostalgic today?
Always.
Would you like to hear Kelly Clarkson and Wilson Phillips sing Hold On?
Okay.
She did that yesterday on her show. Did they nail it?
Of course they did. Okay. That's good, yeah.
They nailed it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, she's using all of her pitches. She's doing great.
Are you a fan of Wilson Phillips? Do you like that song?
I can't stand it.
I can't stand it either.
Yeah, but it was the only bad part of Bridesmaids for me. But other than that, I know a lot of people love it. It's but I don't think it's not made for me. I get it.
Every female in my family loves
that
song.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I don't question it. I get why it's famous.
Your boy Pete Davidson was giving an interview with Charlemagne the God. He had a lot to say. It was about an hour long. He talked about Ariana Grande. Louis C.K.'s name got brought up, and he doesn't like him. I guess Louis C.K. has a reputation with some comedians that he's kind of a jerk.
Okay.
And this is what he had to say about it.
He just like ratted me out to my boss. I never really got over that.
Was it personally vindicating?
I think
For you to see his comedic downfall?
Oh my God. It was amazing. I imagine it's what like Ariana feels like now, like just watching me just tumble for 2 years. Just being like, yes. But yeah, it felt great. I loved it. That guy hasn't been nice to many people, so.
Really?
Yeah, that dude's just a piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's not nice. Maybe he's changed, I don't know, but like he's not nice to young comics.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there you have it.
Pete Davidson talks a lot.
He does.
He's the kind of guy you want to interview.
I think he's leaving SNL because he was saying that he feels like they all laugh at him when he leaves the room.
Okay.
Which isn't a good feeling.
No, it's a terrible feeling.
You ever have that feeling as soon as you walk out of a room, you know someone's talking about you?
Hello.
Hey, Kev, that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Look at you, Bird, nailing it still, man. Day 2, and you are all over it. Nice work. All right, we got some celebrities having a birthday today. Happy birthday going out right now to Chelsea Handler. She is 45 today. Sean Astin. Can you name one Sean Astin movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies. There you go.
I can name several. You got Rudy.
Yeah.
You've got 50 First Dates.
Yeah, you do. Lord of the Rings
Lord
trilogy.
of the Rings, and I'm starting to run out.
Okay. He's had a lot of them, though.
He has.
Been in a lot of good stuff that we've grown up with. Ric Flair.
Woo!
Woo! 71 today.
Woo! You're not reinstated?
Happy 8th birthday, Summer Cadence from Mommy, Daddy, and Puppy. Happy 12th birthday to my incredible little man, Malachi. Mommy loves you so much. Also, happy birthday to Savannah from Mama, Daddy, and the Kitty Gang. You got a birthday to baby boy Ty, turning 15th. Or I'd say, well, they call him baby boy at 15. I guess that's the way it goes in the family. Mom, Dad, Callie, and Smoke and Mira. Also, Aunt Catherine's having a birthday from Jared, Ansley, and Mason. And happy 12th birthday to Charlie from Mom G, Rudy, and your little brothers. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ show, you can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Thought this is kind of interesting. If you do a lot of binge watching, like I'm in my binge watching season, I'm all over Netflix now. I don't know if you saw this, but Netflix is going to be adding a new feature. It's going to be ranking the 10 most popular programs on its service in your country. You know, right now, if you go on there, the display has like what's trending, but it's really in no particular order. Now Netflix is going to start going with a top 10 list showing the most popular programs, including both movies and shows. So you can see, you know, what people are really watching. Because that does drive me a lot to watch a new Netflix show. If I'm like, okay, everybody's watching the show. I want to know what everybody's talking about.
Word of mouth from the people I trust. I do not trust critics anymore at all.
Yeah, you're right.
In fact, if I see a critic, I don't take them seriously.
They do the Rotten Tomatoes score. The one on the left is like the critics, and the one on the right is like the fan, the popcorn one. Is that right? I always just look at the popcorn one. I don't even care about it. And there's so many movies that, and I know because I've seen that, the critics is like splat, and then I see the fan score, and it's so different.
Well, the critics have an agenda sometimes, too.
Yep.
They're trying to get it out there.
Yeah. They say, in addition, separate top 10 lists for just movies and shows are going to be available when you switch over to either like movies or TVs in the Tab app. They say they're going to be updated daily too, so the top 10 could change on a day-to-day basis based on what is dropping and what people are watching. I like it. To me, I'm kind of that way. I want to be like, all right, I always want to feel like I'm up on what are the top 10 shows on Netflix that people are watching.
What are you watching right now? I'm looking for a new series whenever my cable comes back. What should I get into? I'm looking for something new.
Yeah, I just wrapped up some stuff. I wrapped up the second season of Narcos Mexico. I just watched The Last Czars, which you kind of like the history stuff. You may be into that. That was what happened to Tsar Nicholas in World War I. And I've got a whole bunch of things in queue. I know a lot of people think that's terrible.
I mean, talking about specific boring. I mean, that is, Virginia would be nodding off right now.
I know, yeah. I got that pandemic that I might get into here soon.
But be careful because we have a possible pandemic on the horizon. It might freak you out.
It might, but then I want to know because this is kind of what's going on right now with coronavirus. I think for a lot of people too, it's like, okay, what is real? What is not? You know, what do I need to get all upset about? I saw like they shut down Mission Impossible 7 filming for fear of the coronavirus. But all this stuff is going on overseas, so do I just need to be like, oh, it's coming?
Well, I woke up this morning and there was all these different headlines, more than there was yesterday. Italy, was it South Korea? There's a bunch of places where it's showing up at.
Yeah. That's where it starts going global. Now, right now, Florida's health officials say there are no confirmed cases in the state, but healthcare providers and government officials in Florida desperately want to get ahead of the coronavirus. And in China, they say, where it's hit the hardest, that a lot of frustrated medical workers are talking about how they have a shortage of masks and supplies and things like that. So that's kind of what Florida is trying to do. They're trying to get ahead of it to make sure that we've got the masks and we've got all that kind of good stuff.
Now, there's a lot of talk about, oh, they're lying to everybody. It's way worse than what they're saying. Do you believe that they're lying? And when I say they, the people reporting it?
No, I don't. I still believe unless there's proof to not believe.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, right now I look at Denny's and he looks like he has coronavirus. So, yeah, I'm slightly worried today.
Well, Alana in the chat room says everyone needs to look at the statistics of the flu versus the coronavirus and death. Chill, y'all. I hear you. I agree. What they're saying in the media is that, oh, well, it's just now the beginning.
Yeah, no, I what she's saying is the way that I feel right now because I am looking at the regular flu and what it takes out annually compared to what the coronavirus is doing right now. But yeah, that's just it. Is I guess you got to respect.
Doesn't the flu take people out every year?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw that about 10 years ago, the stats on how many people the flu kills every single year, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So yeah, that is out there. In fact, the flu or whatever it is taking Denny's out of Denny's or Animal today. I guess Suits has got to stand in.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet Denny's has got to sit on the bench?
He got to sit on the bench. He's too sickly to even make animal noises today.
And we've got Suits doing it.
Yeah.
This is big for Suits.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming up. But we do have some good hot tickets making up for it. We have got your choice concert tickets today we're going to be doing for that. It is The Weeknd or you got Rib Roundup. So you got one of those two that you get to choose from coming up here in just about 20 minutes on the KVJ show. What would you say is the fastest into a first date that you knew it just wasn't going to work?
Before the appetizers got there, she was already talking about her ex-boyfriend and going into these details that were just so over the top. And I didn't really know this person that well, and I'm just like, oh my, this is too much, too fast.
So that's the one that got you. So talking about an ex.
Well, it was just the heaviness and the specifics, and I mean, we hadn't even gotten appetizers yet. I was like, can we wait till maybe after the potato skins? It was a lot.
So that's kind of what was doing it.
I had a buddy who went on a date, and as she was eating corn, and she got it stuck in her teeth. She took out a business card, and at the table was flossing her teeth with the business card, getting the corn kernels out.
Was she doing that sucking noise too?
Yeah, that's on a first date.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the person, you still don't do that.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That is tough. So people were sharing their first date red flags, things that they saw on a first date. Somebody texted into us and said, on the first date, he took me to the house he had shared with his baby mama, but was evicted from. He started retrieving his personal belongings from a dumpster.
Wow.
Date 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that might do it. Somebody said, I got 2 red flags in one date. He talked directly to my boobs and answered his phone during the movie at the theater.
He talked to your boobs? What, do you think those things are mic'd
I won't
up?
tell you, yeah. Somebody else said after dinner he had to use the restroom and was gone 10 minutes. On the drive home, I smelled something horrible. We got to his house, and he told me not to watch him get out, but I did, and sure enough, poo all over his jeans.
He crapped himself.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you can't say, don't watch me walk out.
Don't watch
that
me.
right there.
That's just completely an invitation.
Oh, my gosh. That is rough.
Oh, well, also, too, why don't you do that where you turn around quickly and then you kind of like back yourself back into the house?
You could have, without a doubt, led with your butt out of the car. And, all right,
yes.
talk to you later.
Hey, I had a great time. All right, I'll see you later. And you back all the way back into your door?
Blow her a kiss goodbye.
Come on, why wouldn't you do it that way? Somebody else said about 20 minutes into a first date, and he told me before it got much further, because he likes the way I look, that he's into swinging, so I'd need to be open to that.
Wow. Yeah, it was, I think, an hour and a half into my first date where that girl got arrested. I mean, less than a movie. We went, got something to eat. She got in the car.
That's impressive.
Drove like a maniac. The cops pulled her over. She had a warrant out for arrest. Date over. Walking home.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's pretty good.
Takes some work to be able to do that. There was this list on how to ruin a first date in 10 seconds. They're asking people to try. Okay, so if you had to intentionally tank a date in 10 seconds, do you think you could come up with something or say something or do something that would ruin it in 10 seconds?
Absolutely. If you were jerky and mean, it would ruin it.
So what would be your move? So you would go jerky or mean, be insulting maybe?
Well, no. You asked me what would be. I would not go that route. I mean,
okay.
I would maybe just put my face in my soup or something.
Okay. Which one of these do you think is the most effective way to ruin a date in 10 seconds? Okay. How about... open with, this is basically an interview to be my kid's new daddy.
It's rough.
Okay. That's option 1. What do you think is the most effective? Okay. Option 2, without saying a word, stick your index finger in your nose up to the knuckle and start digging around.
Might be forgivable.
Okay.
What does she look like? I can maybe, I'm not pumped about that by any means. But I can maybe look if she's got a great heart.
Okay. And option 3, scratch your scalp furiously and say, "Oh, I hate having fleas." You got 3 options to ruin a date in 10 seconds. Which one do you think is the most effective?
I think the first one.
This is basically an interview to be my kid's new daddy.
That's the way. Yeah.
Okay, that's number 1. Okay.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, we've got our own little version. I'm not sure if it is the ganja virus that we got running through here. But Denny's is a little ill today, so he's not able to make animal noises for everybody. So Suits, his apprentice, is going to have to stand in to do it instead.
Wow. This is big.
Yeah, this really is. It's a big moment for Suits in there. He's playing the role, so it's going to be Suits or Animal is what we're going to be looking at here. Hot tickets, so we got The Weekend. That is a ticket you can get before it even goes on sale this Friday. And we've also got an option for you to choose the Rib Roundup tickets instead. That is coming up March 7th. Got Dustin Lynch, Chris Jansen, Michael Ray, Carly Pierce, and lots of great ribs going to be at the amphitheater that you can check out. So you get your pick of tickets. We've got Sarah on here from Palm Beach Gardens, who is going to be playing today with our Suits or Animal. I believe we've switched that up. Did she get the coronavirus? Oh, boy, that's too bad. Boy, see, it's a pandemic. People are just catching it while they're waiting on the phones.
You got to be kind of a little nervous over there. You're very weird about germs and stuff, and Denny's keeps on handing you papers. I mean, that thing's littered with germs.
Yeah. I had a little something Thursday and Friday, and I'm hoping that, I think maybe what I had a little bit, I think Denny's has got now. So, I'm hoping I got a little immunity. I feel a little confident right now. I'm riding high. But it would be very tough for me to get the flu Honda Classic Week.
Oh, that's right. You love this.
It's a big week for me. Well, it's like the Queen's birthday's tomorrow.
Wow.
Spring training's going on. Honda Classic. This is a big week for the Rolston family. So, yeah, I can't get sick. Okay, we got Jorge on here. It's spelled very interestingly. Horehey. Jorge. Yes, hello from Pembroke Pines. What's going on, Jorge?
I'm doing okay. And you guys?
Doing fantastico, my friend. You ready to do this?
Of course.
Okay. Now, what we've got here is animal sounds. Suits is standing in for our producer, Denny's, here today. You got to tell me if it is really Suits or if it is the real animal. The first one we have here is pigeons. Pigeons is the first one. Okay. So this is Suits or animal. What do you think about this one? Wow. Okay.
That's tough.
That is really good. And we don't see, this is the problem here for you, Jorge, is we just don't even know Suits' skill level. He might be that good.
You're right. We're in the dark with you, man.
He might be that good that he just sounds exactly like a pigeon at night. What do you think, Jorge? Is that Suits or animal?
You know what? I'm going to say Suits. He's always doing good stuff, so Suits.
He is always doing good stuff. You're right. That's so accurate. He is always doing good stuff. You heard his traffic? He's amazing.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Unfortunately, Jorge, that one is the real pigeon, apparently. He's not that good.
Okay, so we kind of know where the bar's at a little bit.
Okay, we said it high. We didn't know. This is that's why this is very tough here. Let's try another bird, see how this one goes. Is this Suits or animal? We've got seagulls here. Seagulls. Okay.
It's pretty solid. I don't know either.
Jorge, what are you thinking? Do you think that is a real seagull that we're hearing there, or is that Suits trying his best to sound like a seagull?
I think that Suits.
He's going to go with Suits on that one. Okay, now the bar is set. That one was Suits.
Wasn't that bad?
Way to rebound.
It's pretty good seagull.
I got to say, that was pretty decent.
Kind of sounds a little bit like a dolphin.
It could be.
It could be a dolphin, too. Seagull or dolphin.
That's a fun game, too, seagull or dolphin. All right, here we got one more for you, Jorge. Let's make this one good here, and you got some hot tickets. We got a wild boar. But is this Suits making the noises, or is this a real wild boar here? Okay.
I mean, that's a tough one, too.
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah. Jorge, what do you think? Is he going to go Suits on that one? Yes.
Okay, so that one, he sounds like a zombie doing something very inappropriate.
Yeah. Oh, hey, violently.
Meredith said the other one sounded like that turtle that was in heat, making love.
Oh, yeah, right. You talking about this one?
Kind of does.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Maybe Suits is in heat. I don't know. Is it that season? It is coming up on spring. Yep, Suits says he is. Suits is in heat right now.
In heat right now.
How about that? Okay, he is an animal himself. And look out, ladies. He is in heat.
Look out.
Right now.
Look out, Denny's. He has to share a room with him.
Yeah, you're right. Jorge, you got a choice here. Do you want to go see The Weeknd at American Airlines Arena, or would you like to go to an amazing country concert at Coral Sky Amphitheater? What you got?
I'm going to pick The Weeknd to give to my daughter.
Ah, that is a fantastic choice. The tickets do not go on sale until Friday at Ticketmaster.com, but you got yours today. Okay, Jorge?
Thank you.
What a good dad he is there. Look at that. That's how it's done there, Bird.
I see.
That's how it's done. All right, you know what? Suits, nice little stand-in for our very sickly Denny's over there. I'm very impressed with what he's able to bring today.
Sometimes we need a backup. I'm doing the backup dirt. Suit's doing the backup animals.
Yes. He's doing some really good stuff. All right, coming up here in a second, a little quiz for everybody. Want the audience to try to help us out with this as well. We're going to be asking some probing questions about who on the show do you think this fits to? And I would like people to answer this. Who on the KVJ show would you trust the most to babysit your kids? Oh. Now, Virginia's the mom.
But do you trust them?
But Virginia is the mom, but is she going to be the one that would win it?
And you leave your kids at the gym.
You're right.
I'm picking Suits.
I don't know, yes. Who would you trust the most to babysit your kids? You can sound off and answer that right now. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. All right, we got a listener survey that is posted up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. We like to start getting your answers on here, but we'll try to persuade you with what we think is the right way for you to answer here of these 5 questions that we got. Who on the show would you trust to let babysit your kids?
I mean, Denny's really making a good case with him raising his shrimp these days.
Yeah, you're right. He is a shrimp daddy.
He is a shrimp daddy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard the news, but another shrimp is pregnant, so he's expecting more greatness.
Wow, okay. Now, I've got the most kids myself. I've got 3 that have come through my care as a parent. Virginia's got 2, so I do have a numbers advantage.
You do. Both of you have, a bit of a black eye on your resume. You left Colin, your oldest son, at the gym one time when he was like 9.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
Yeah, he was in great care, though.
He was. He was
in great care.
The funny part is not only did you leave him there, you left him and you didn't even realize you left. They had to call you back.
No, the worst part is, not only did I leave him there, I didn't realize it, but when the gym called, I didn't have it programmed on my phone, so I sent my son to voicemail. That was the worst.
Dad of the year.
That's a real black eye on my parenting resume. I will admit, I do have some good moments, but that was a very bad moment. Now, somebody made the case here, Virginia would be the better babysitter. Now, my kids would come home swearing, but they would be well taken care of. So I guess if you don't mind if your kids drop 4-letter words, then you're going to be okay with that. Somebody said, I would take Jaybird and Denny's as a duo. I know my kids would be fed well with Jaybird around, and I know it'll be peaceful with Denny's around.
And we would do so many activities.
Yeah, but you can't combo, unfortunately.
You're right.
That's not part of...
games galore over here.
Somebody said, I would only trust Kevin to watch my child. I would not trust Virginia to watch the squirrel that jumps in front of my car every morning as I leave for work.
Yeah, the chat room's got some mixed reviews too.
Okay, this is interesting. Somebody breaking this down on who would you trust at the KVJ show to watch your kid most. Virginia and Suits, Virginia or Suits for babies, Jaybird, Denny's for toddlers to 10, and then Kevin for 10 plus.
I can see that.
Okay, I think I would do better with the older, more mature children.
That was the age group I really kind of zoned in on when I ran the baseball camp. It was probably ages 6 to 12.
Okay.
So I like that.
Somebody said Jaybird to babysit. The kids would have so much fun. Virginia would probably be drunk, and Kevin wouldn't pay attention.
Well, that's the most accurate one we've got. That is... Who wrote that? Denny's?
I don't argue with any of that.
No, it's pretty accurate.
That's pretty good. All right, so we'll have to see how people wind up answering that on the KVJ Show Facebook page, see who gets the most votes. Tomorrow, this time, we'll kind of tabulate them all together and let you know. All right, another question we have here. Who on the show would you trust to take your mate on a date? Meaning that it would just be they would go and hang out. It would be platonic. They wouldn't try any funny business.
You're not worried about any of that.
You would not be worried about any of that. They would respect the boundaries that you have in your relationship, and it would just be completely platonic, and it would be all good, and they wouldn't come back pining for them. Be like, secretly, they've got a flutter in their heart. Who would that be? Now, you're a single man.
Automatically, just the fact that I'm a single dude automatically puts me in the threatening category.
Yeah, Suits is in heat.
Suits is in heat, but I feel like Suits would be respectful, but
Yeah.
he is in heat.
Yeah, I think I think you'd be safe with any of us, but I think is you got to break it down and look at it. Myself and Denny's are married up men.
So I'm going to go with Denny's on this one, only because you're right. Nobody would try to make a move, but you've got Denny's and the outside factor. His wife, Jen, does not start a lot of drama. You could be able to get through with that. I think if the Queen had any kind of suspicion of anything, you're done.
Well, keep that in mind. I would have that fear.
Yeah, you're out just for that alone. Virginia, I don't know. She might drink, party, get herself in a situation that looks bad.
Okay, all right.
Me, because I'm single, I think I'm out of the running. I'm going to go with Denny's.
Okay. You think Denny's is the one for that one, huh?
What do you think?
I would say Denny's is probably the best choice. Denny's or me. And I think, just with me, I mean, I'm dad.
The only thing with you,
I have got no game.
Is the Queen? Yeah, you're not gonna make a move.
I got the fear of the Queen on the other end of this. So yeah, I think that would be it. Somebody said Virginia would take my fiance on the best date. He's always wanted to go out and party, and I'm such a homebody. She would show him a good time respectfully, but I'm sure he would be hammered. See, there's a lot of trust in that relationship. I'm not saying it would be going down, but
Virginia will be respectful. Wasn't she dancing on the bus driver? We did the beer
she
bus?
loves going to the strip. She loves going to the club. You're probably going to wind up there at some point. Okay. Interesting reactions we got to that one. Another one here. Who on the show do you think would give the best massage? I know you think you would, Jay Bird.
I think I would.
You think you would?
I really do. Because, first of all, Virginia's not that affectionate when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Virginia put in the time and attention.
Yeah, I will camp out. We are going to order deliveries on the way as you're laying.
That's part of the massage?
Well, you're laying down.
And you're going to get bloated?
Well, no, just think about it.
Yeah.
You're laying down and you're getting a massage. And I tell you, as you're laying down, I just ordered your favorite food and it's on the way. So when you're done with your massage, you're going to have your favorite meal. And I'm going to take my time with this massage. I'm going to explore.
Okay. So you think that's...
I think it's me.
I think it's probably Denny's and then me.
No way.
I mean, you've got heavy hands. Yes.
Brother, I've got heavy hands are good for a massage.
I've got delicate, nimble fingers.
You're right.
I study the body and the pressure points. I know all that kind of stuff.
You're half robotic. You're not going to go full gorilla. You're going to get so annoyed.
I love that kind of music. I'd have a great atmosphere set up for you.
Within 15 minutes, you're like, all right, how much longer do I have to do this? When I say that on 2 hours in. Oh, finally the arm. The wind's getting a little tired.
You don't tire out. You're putting in the time.
WH.
What if the person wants yours to end, though?
Well, they tell you they want it to end.
Please.
Come on. You would want a 2-hour massage?
I don't know. After a while, I'm like, an hour is usually enough.
An hour for the front, hour for the back.
Okay. Who on the show would you trust to counsel you like a therapist? Who on the KVJ show would you trust to counsel you like a therapist? Again, I think Denny's has got some great wisdom. I think that'd be good.
Honestly, it kind of depends on what they need counseling on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's so many different avenues. There's some things I would trust with you, and there's some things I wouldn't.
Really? What would I not be good at counseling somebody on?
I think sometimes you don't have I don't know how real you want to get.
It's me, man. You can get as real as you want.
I think sometimes, I think you don't have balls sometimes when it comes to your relationships. I think you...
But I do for other people's.
No, I think you have balls in other situations, but if it's a relationship issue, I would probably go to Denny's on that.
Oh, I'll tell people what to do. I just won't do it myself. I know what you need to do. Yeah, I'm in your relationship. Yeah, I got all the balls you need.
I'm going with Denny's on that one.
Okay.
Well, who do you go with?
I would go with me. I think I would be the best counselor. Yeah, I would give the best advice on that.
I think you give the best advice on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to go with me on that one. But Denny's is right up there as well. I think you're very grounded. Suits, I just never. Suits and I need to sit and get a little bit more in depth.
Well, Suits
gotta find out what he's got.
Suits is a young cat, but he's an old soul.
Yeah.
And for being so young, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He really does.
Okay.
A chick's going to be very lucky to snatch him up. I think he's going to be a very good boyfriend.
And he's in heat.
He is in heat. I mean, my God.
Okay, final question we got here. Who on the show do you think would be the best lover? Now, I would say in this, I think it's you, Jaybird, for what you said for the massage. You are a giver. You're going to take your time. You're going to set up a great atmosphere. It's going to be fun. There's going to be no inhibitions. I know you will stretch the boundaries. You will keep it interesting.
Okay. I like that answer.
Yeah, I think you win that one.
Okay.
All out. So, well, what do the people have to say? That is my guiding answers. Who do you think is going to be the best lover? Do you agree it's you? Or if you say other than you, who would it be?
Other than me.
You can't answer yourself.
Other than me, it would probably be Denny's because I just know how horny he gets.
Really? How do you know?
Well, we talk.
Oh, okay. I'd say this is a side of Denny's I didn't know.
The edgier side of Denny's.
Really? He gets massively horny.
I would say, yeah, I think he's more tuned in with that kind of stuff. I really do. I don't think Virginia even...
Yeah.
I don't think she's
It's not a big deal for her.
It's not a big deal. I think of her and Panda...
She does it out of obligation.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do I have to? All right. That was great.
I guess it's a wife's duty.
He's so sexy. All right, let me brace myself.
Let Mama get another drink in her.
Let me put on my lotion first. Okay, you can sound off right now. We got those 5 questions, a quick little KVJ survey. Who on the show? Just go to our Facebook page to answer right now. We always try to keep you caught up on the new words the kids are using. They get so confusing these days, exactly what you use. You know, I heard somebody the other day, and they used the word swag for merchandise. And I was like, I think swag is over, isn't it?
I don't know, because I still call people who blow it and choke the GOAT. But I'm out of touch with
people
things.
who blow it. You call the GOAT,
dude. Growing up in baseball,
you were a GOAT if you.
It was up until LeBron,
right?
I mean, but GOAT always had a negative thing to it. If you were the GOAT, that means you blew the game. And
now the GOAT is the greatest of all time. The acronym.
It doesn't feel right for me still. I have not.
You say when he's the GOAT.
It's still, to me, it sounds like you've blown the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that maybe when you talk about like the shirts and hats and all that kind of stuff, I thought it was merch now. Isn't that the hot? I don't know. That's why I'm trying. Look, I'm fighting through this myself. I'm trying to figure all this out.
Well, what happens if you're wearing swag? Do you have swag? Is that swagger? That's the thing now.
Can you still say somebody's got swag, meaning just their attitude and the way they carry themselves? Because I don't think it refers to clothes anymore. Because I think clothes is now like the drip, or it's, if you're talking about merchandise, it's just merch.
Okay, so your hair's got a swag to it. It's not swag, but your hair's got.
I don't hear swag like hardly ever anymore at all.
Damn, Kev's got swag hair. Yeah,
I don't hear that. Yeah,
damn, Kev's hair.
I think that's kind of. I think I'm just kind of dumb.
Kev's got swagger. I don't know. That still works. It works.
Does it?
But you're asking a guy who's out of touch.
Yeah.
So.
Here's a couple of new words, terms that are out there. Some of these I like, some of them I get, but I think they need a different word. Zoomer, I think, is pretty awesome. You know, it started out Generation Z is the gen that you would call because, you know, you had the millennials, very famous, and now your 21-year-olds, like my daughter is a Generation Z, and they're now calling them Zoomer because the whole play on Boomer got so big. Okay, Boomer.
Yeah.
That now Boomers are firing back, be like, okay, Zoomer. So now you got Zoomers are your Generation Z, and then your Boomers are your baby Boomers.
And everyone's fighting.
Yeah, but that's what it is now. So that's kind of the new nickname for Generation Z, Zoomers.
So what are we? Because we are Generation...
We're Gen X.
So
I'm Gen X, yeah.
I think I'm Gen X,
I think you are, yeah. We're Gen X.
So what we just... we're Xers, man. We're Xers.
I think that's it. We're just old.
But we're not as old as the Boomers,
No,
though.
you're right. We're not a Boomer. Nevuary. I like this. Nevuary. That's a date used for something that will never happen.
So we're going to go skydiving Nevuary.
Yep. Set that up for the 20th of Nevuary.
Yeah.
That year of adventure, yeah, that is set up for the 8th of Nevuary.
I mean, this is supposed to be the real year of adventure. We are. I mean, we're approaching
We're doing that motorcycle ride, right? That's, I think, on the 13th of Nevuary.
Well, you told me that I have to go officially get my license. I was ready to... I have a motorcycle
But,
guy.
dude, we got a pizza party booked for the 22nd of Nevuary.
Man, I want to do these things. Are we not going skydiving?
It's happening all in the month of February.
I think we are never doing this. Did you ask the Queen if we could go skydiving?
No, I forgot.
You forgot.
Yeah, it's not top of my radar.
You're not in it.
You're right. I'm
Your
not.
heart is not in it.
I keep forgetting. Now, this, I think it needs a term. I don't think it needs this term. I don't like this term for it. They call it Loomster food. Loomster food is the name that they've given it on the Urban Dictionary. It's not the right term, I don't think. It's the one mutant French fry that's freakishly long in comparison to all the other fries in the bag. You usually take it out, you're like, and there's almost a thing where you don't want to eat it because you ever had that where it's just so long, you're like it's like a magic trick. It just keeps coming out of the French fry container. Like, will it ever end? And they think that all of a sudden you're David Blaine. Ooh, how's he doing that?
You eat that one last.
I do.
You
I
think
always
about
do.
it.
Yes.
Let that one stay. Let that stay in your brain for a little bit.
But I don't like Loomster food. I don't even get that. Why is it called Loomster food?
Dumb.
It feels like it needs a name. I'm okay with naming that fry because it is special, but that's not the right term. So I want to see if somebody can come up with one better. I'll let you think about it here for a second. And the other word I got for you this week, Plutoed. That's downgraded, demoted, dumped, no longer of significance. Plutoed. Your career, your significance, whatever it is, you've been Plutoed. Harvey Weinstein has been Plutoed.
Okay.
That's it.
My baseball career, Plutoed.
It did Plutoed.
Radio career, kind of
Plutoing, yes. You see what I'm talking about.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
So, like I was saying before, what major celebrity is going to prison found guilty yesterday? That story coming up. First, though, Kev.
Yeah.
I was going to steal this one. I throw a little bit of sports in the dirt.
Oh, please do.
So the Astros, they're starting to put their regular players in the games now because you had a report that they were not starting their starters.
Yeah, and here's what's weird about this. When I saw this, and I even predicted this because they weren't in Saturday night. That was the first spring training game. I went to the game on Sunday, and none of you're talking about the Astros that were involved with this. This is, Correa and Bregman and Altuve. And none of them were going to line up on Sunday. So I thought, well, they're going to wait till like a Monday or Tuesday. But then yesterday I was telling you, I'm like, well, the Astros aren't even in town. They went all the way to Lakeland to play the Tigers. That's when they decided to put Altuve in the game.
Do you know what? I didn't even realize that story you had yesterday about them taking the people's signs away. The guy had, I think, a Houston Asterisk sign, and the Astros took it away from him.
Yeah, the staff did there, and I'm sure they had a directive, be like, no signs.
You are doing it all so wrong. The fact that you're taking signs away from people is so...
Well, they steal everyone's signs. That's what they're known for.
It's so stupid. What are you doing?
The ones you make.
You got to let the people vent about this. The fact that you're being defensive and not really...
They took all the signs when people were coming in on Saturday.
You are doing it all wrong, and don't be shocked if this goes longer than a whole season because of the way all of y'all are handling it.
Yeah.
Boo on the Astros. So here's a clip of Jose Altuve walking up to the plate getting booed. Listen to this crowd give it to him.
Oh, yeah.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
And then they proceed to hit him with a pitch.
I mean, just get used to it. Get used to it because you're not owning it like you need to.
Yeah, he gets up and his first day at the plate, back to work, he gets booed and plunked. Yeah, you got to wonder how long before he's going to be going, hey, can I just take a year ban, sit this year out?
Pretty unbelievable.
Now, the owner of the Astros has sent an apology letter to season ticket holders, vowing to make Houston proud again. But you've got a lot of work because even our boy Miami Marlins runner, what is his title? Is he CEO? What is COO? What is Derek Jeter's title? But he said that the Astros cheating scandals left a black eye for baseball.
Well, because they're not handling it the right way.
Yeah.
I'm talking too much about baseball, but Houston, get it together.
Yeah.
The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar are being sued over a Black Panther track. Now, you'll hear the person that's suing them. Mm-hmm. That's the beginning of this clip. The second part is the Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd. Tell me if you think they sound similar.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do sound the same.
Yeah, they do. It'll be interesting. I'm always fascinated with what it takes for a judge to decide to me, I think there should be a computer. I mean, we have computers to do all this stuff. That you should be able to run it, and it would come back. They do that even for cheating scandals in college. They will run your paper, and they've got a computer that scans it, and they can tell you how much of it's plagiarized. I don't know why they can't, or they don't, just easily do that with songs, and after like a certain percentage, you got to pay the person some money.
It does seem a little wonky how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, a judge and a person just hearing it, I think, can't we just make this technical and black and white?
And the big story everyone's talking about, at least if you're doing entertainment news, Harvey Weinstein was that big celebrity I said that got convicted yesterday and is going to prison. Now, do you know how long he's going to jail for? I asked you that earlier, but I can't remember what you said.
Okay. It's decades is what they're going for right now. I don't know that they've had the sentencing yet. Yesterday was just, the ruling on it. And so, yeah, it should be decades. They were hoping to get him on the predatory sexual assault, which would have been life.
Okay, but yeah, he skated that one.
Yeah,
he got away with that one.
Yeah, and he's not looking like he's long for this earth as it is.
There's a clip. Now, these are the people prosecuting Harvey. This is what they had to say.
Harvey Weinstein has finally been held accountable for crimes he committed. The women who came forward courageously and at great risk made that happen. Weinstein is a vicious serial sexual predator who used his power to threaten, rape, assault, trick, humiliate, and silence his victims.
Mm-hmm. And there you have it, Kev. That is what's going on in your final dirt of the day.
Wow, Bird, again, outstanding performances today. Nice work.
It's time for viral audio.
So how's your kids? How's your wife? Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yesterday was the memorial service for Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, and the other victims of that helicopter crash that claimed all their lives. It was nice how they really did spread the love. Of course, there is a main focus on Kobe Bryant and then his daughter, but they did acknowledge the other victims yesterday in that crash, and so that was nice that happened. There were a lot of celebrities on hand. The tickets was basically done by a lottery system. They had 20,000 people in attendance and 80,000 fans had applied to get access into the Staples Center. And a lot of them probably, too, just wanted to see the celebrities that were there. And it opened up star-studded. Beyonce opened up with what she said was one of Kobe's favorite songs, XO. And then she went on and also did a special version of Halo. Alicia Keys, Christina Aguilera, they did not have the same photo band. So it was just Beyonce. So if you're a photographer, it was known, do not snap the Queen's photo. She is not taking those today. So that did not happen. A lot of touching moments also went down, including when Kobe Bryant's wife spoke, Vanessa.
Gianna Bryant is an amazingly sweet and gentle soul. She was always thoughtful. She always kissed me goodnight and kissed me good morning. She was tender and loving on the inside. She had the best laugh. It was infectious. It was pure and genuine. I miss you, all of you, every day. I love you.
It was really touching, too. She talked about how, Kobe, you got Gianna and I got the other three. We still make a great team. So that was, to me, a very touching moment.
And you said they mentioned everybody that was in the crash at the ceremony?
Yeah, they acknowledged everyone that was there from the part I had seen them do that. So I thought that was in good taste that they did that. There was also some moments of levity. Shaquille O'Neal had a funny story about Kobe Bryant being a ball hog.
The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. Said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that mother.
Well, there you go. That was a funny moment. Michael Jordan, they've got the Jordan crying meme that is often seen in sports, and this is what he had to say about Kobe and that meme.
We talked about everything, and he was just trying to be a better person. Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crying meme for the next... I told my wife I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to see that for the next 3 or 4 years.
So there you go. Some good moments as well. Don't know if you saw, but Vanessa Bryant filed a wrongful death suit against the helicopter company that operated the doomed chopper crash. And the suit contends that the company was only allowed to fly under visual flight rules, and the severe fog on the day of the fatal flight did not allow operation under those rules. It also alleges that the pilot, who was also killed in the crash, was negligent in 8 ways, including not properly assessing and monitoring the weather and not calling off the flight once he realized how cloudy it was. So kind of expected something like that might happen. And they had found, too, that earlier in his flight career, he had also been... I believe they called him on task because he had done that once before, and it was on his record. And that is your viral audio here today.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, Robert, curious if he and his wife, when they were visiting their son at college, actually agreed to go on a swingers vacation to Dallas, Texas, with a very friendly couple that they met, had some cocktails with. But he's like going, okay, wait, does this seem weird because they invited us to come stay at their house? We didn't, walk ourselves into some kind of swinger situation, did we? Somebody did text in and said, I'm from Texas. We are very friendly. They aren't trying to get them into bed. So, of course, maybe a South Florida perspective, you're thinking everything might have to do with a swinger angle. It doesn't. That's just how we roll in Texas.
Okay, Texas.
Yeah. A lot of people are thinking that it is okay. Now, if you do want to test it a little bit, a couple things that you can do. If you're with a swinging couple, somebody said, just keep pressing the subject of how vanilla you and your wife are. I don't know when that would come up, but if it does, they say that is one easy way to kind of like send them the note.
But does that turn the swingers on more? Like, oh, we're going to turn them. Oh, the unicorn.
I don't know. I would imagine what they're trying to say is that swingers are respectful. They don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. If you're already into the lifestyle, they're there for you.
I don't think they're going to, like you were saying, surprise you with it.
Now, somebody texted in and said you should ask them if they're friends of LS. LS is short for lifestyle, which is what swingers refer to as their community. So the question will be understood by another lifestyler, and they will say yes if they are not swingers, but they'll be questioning who this Ellis is if they're not. Okay. So there you go. Interesting. So at some point, make up a story about Ellis and be like going, yes, are you guys friends with Ellis?
Yeah, it comes right up, that question.
How about, see, that's what I was looking for, some insider swinger code, and that's what it is, lifestyle, Ellis. So if you want to find out whether or not, then that is one easy thing to do here.
Didn't a swinger couple try to hit on you before?
Apparently. My wife told me about it. I just thought they were very friendly.
Maybe they were from Texas.
I agree. She's like, why are you over there? Like, what are you getting us into with that swinging couple? I'm like, what do you mean swinging couple?
What were they doing?
I don't know. I was just talking to them.
So how did she know they were swinging?
I have no idea. You have to talk to her.
Were they all over you? Did it
I don't
seem
think
like
so.
they were all over you?
I don't think so.
You are sometimes don't know what's going around, though.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, you can't ask the guy who's aloof to whatever was going on. Yeah, you got to ask the queen all this.
I wish I could have seen that.
She's like, it was so obvious. I'm like, it was not so obvious. I'm like, they're just friendly people. I don't know what she's talking about. Now, Michael just sent this in. He's got a little bit of a different question here. He said, I think my wife booked us on a swingers cruise. Maybe we need to get Suits in here in a second.
Suits?
He said, my wife booked us on an adults-only cruise. Now, I was totally cool with that because I'm not real fond of kids. Okay. Said, we are in our early 30s and we don't have any ourselves. So I asked my wife about the name of the cruise so I could check it out online. She said it's a 5-day cruise and it's called Temptation Cruise. Now, the website says things like, quote, enjoy this adults-only fantasy, SEA.
Yeah.
It talks about the R-rated red room, the spicy workshop, sexy theme nights, naughty pool parties, and the topless optional experience. Clearly, this seems like a swingers cruise to me, but my wife assures me it is not. Now, I'm not a prude, but I'm in no way a swinger. Michael, and would it be possible for a non-swinging couple to actually have fun on a swingers cruise? Or am I going to feel awkward the whole time and want to come home after the first port?
What was it called again?
It is called Temptation Cruise. And he talked about some of the benefits they had there, like an R-rated red room, spicy workshops, sexy theme nights. Temptation Cruise. Suits, have you ever heard of this?
Yes, I have heard of it.
Okay.
The website's pretty interesting. I delved into it. I stumbled across it about a year ago when you were going on the Buckeye cruise because they had booked that ship right before you went for the swingers cruise.
Right, I remember you telling me about that last year, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely for swingers, and there's a lot of adult things going on that. Like, the stuff that was in that email, it's definitely true. Like, the red room is something I would definitely avoid unless you are really looking to get freaky. But there's rooms for different kind of, like, kinky stuff and fetishes and everything you can imagine. There's seminars that, honestly, the people in the pictures leading them were not the kind of people I'd want leading sex seminars. They were like 60-year-old couples.
Well, the website, I mean, it's littered with this kind of message. Dare to be tempted? That's one of their main themes on their website.
Yeah.
And wow, the topless optional experience, that is something else.
Now, my question is, would you be miserable if you're not a swinger on a swingers cruise?
Yes, I think you would be.
Yeah, I would be really uncomfortable the whole time.
I mean, if you're not into that kind of stuff. Now, if you just like to watch, that's one thing. But if you just are Kevin Ralston that's just going on a ship and then they're like, you're going to be uncomfortable.
It's not like you can avoid them by just staying out of the rooms. Like the crazy stuff is separated into different areas, but like the topless experience, they'll have random part of the ships where you can just be topless and it's not secluded. So if that's going to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that doesn't sound necessarily like just kind of trying to read between the lines of what Michael said here. I'm not sure that would bother him, like the nudity and whatever. It's just he doesn't want probably like people getting on right in front of him.
It says, try something new, something you have never experienced before. Step in the R-rated red room and let your imagination run wild.
Yeah.
That was the lounge I warned you not to go in when you went on the Buckeye cruise. It was the red room.
I was so freaked out, I still didn't go in the nightclub. Because I knew what had gone on in there before.
So it says, this provocative area invites you to experience freedom in a sexy, sensual atmosphere at sea. Basically, just be you, baby.
So if you think Michael would be miserable on a swingers cruise, can he get his money back if his wife already booked this?
So that depends on how close you are to the cruise, because the closer you get, the harder they are to cancel. The thing that really sucks about these is when you have like a Temptation cruise or the Buckeye cruise or anything like that, there's a separate company that puts on events, and they go and they spend millions to charter the ship. So they basically buy every room, and then they resell it to you at a profit. So if you cancel it, you can't go through the cruise line to do that, or maybe even try and change the date or anything. You have to go through this one company, and it's their only cruise. So chances are, honestly, you're probably screwed, no pun intended.
Oh, in many ways. In many ways.
It is sold out, and this thing is not cheap.
I'll tell you, man, chartered cruises, especially that, they're very expensive, and I saw, because they have these things scheduled a few times a year and far in advance, they sell out a good year in advance,
what
these
are we,
things.
Okay, what are we talking pricing? And I'm wondering here, because some people are thinking that, you know, Michael, maybe your wife wants to swing, and she's trying to set you up on this thing, because it doesn't sound like if she had to book that far in advance. And how much you talking?
So the interior cabin, according to that, so the base room starts at $2,700 per person.
Okay.
And then balconies are almost $4,000 per person, all the way up to your royal suite, which is top of the line, which is up at almost $15,000 a person.
It's $15,000, and maximum, you can only have 4 people in the room.
That room is pretty unbelievable, though. It's got a baby grand piano in it. It's got a butler service. That's like top of the line, bigger than my apartment.
Boy, if that piano could talk, you know, it's just unspeakable things have gone on that baby grand.
Wow, what a way to find it. Could you imagine you get onto a cruise ship and the first surprise is you find out, wait, this is a swingers cruise ship? And the second surprise is, wait, my wife's a swinger?
There's no way no one would ever walk into a swingers thing surprise like this. There's no way. There's too much stuff to sign up for. You do not go on this website and think you're just going to play tiddlywinks.
And if that's the case, then Michael, your wife wants to swing and she's booked you on a swingers cruise.
You can't do that by accident. Seriously, if you go on this website, it is so over the top, and you can only book it through that website. You're not going to stumble onto it with the cruise line because the cruise won't be available.
I wonder if his wife has hinted and has wanted to explore this, and he's just not into it.
He's like, or maybe he's like me and he's oblivious to all the clues, and he hasn't noticed. And so she's like, all right, I'm just hitting him over the head with a swingers cruise, and we're gonna just get to the chase.
That's a hell of a way to find out.
She's into it. Clearly, this is not an accident. There's no way.
I wouldn't
this
think
is an
so
accident.
either. Wow. Okay, and you say he's locked in suits, most likely, and the cost.
Yeah, usually, even with these companies, the closer you get, the less money you get back. So depending on which one they're booked on and when it sails, they really could be stuck spending a lot of money if they don't go.
How would you handle it if the Queen did book you for that? You're like, babe, we're going, and because you wouldn't really know until you did get there, because you wouldn't do any of the paperwork or any of the paying.
I wouldn't be thrilled. I'd be like, I'd rather be on a different themed kind of cruise. But if we were on it, I probably would still go and just try to navigate through the swinger stuff.
I mean, I think the whole thing's swinging, baby.
I know.
There's a lot of it, but like if you were locked into that and you couldn't get your money back, you would stick with it.
Probably would, yeah.
Man, that would be so rough, I feel like.
I would try. I think I would challenge myself. Be like, okay, can you survive a swingers cruise?
You're
Or would I fly out and punt?
All the germs in the back.
I know. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. It would be tough for me.
I mean, we could test this out. Can you survive a swingers cruise? I mean, there's another one next year.
Gosh, I do. You get me on for free, maybe.
I'll look into it.
And you get the queen on. There's no way she would get on.
That's a tougher sell.
Yeah, that is a much tougher sell. Now, I thought this was kind of interesting. If you've ever thought about doing this, would you ever do a nude cruise? Jaybird, you mentioned that a couple times, that nude cruise that they have.
I'm okay if you see my crack. I'm not real thrilled if you're seeing my frontal. I'm not excited about it.
But everybody else is naked too. You're going to see all kinds of different. Not everybody's going to have the same size dinghy.
Yeah, I would not like to show off my dinghy, to be quite honest with you. You can see the tatas and you can see the crack, but the dinghy and the meatballs are going to...
I think this was kind of interesting, Suits. Maybe you might learn something, too, about cruising. 5 things you need to know about taking a nude cruise. Okay, you're going to learn something here about taking a nude cruise. 5 things to know. Somebody actually went on one, their very first, and they wrote a blog in 5 things that you should know about taking a nude cruise. Would this make you more or less likely to take one? Point 1, Jaybird, this is a positive for you. You won't feel fat. You wouldn't have a muffin top if it weren't for jeans. You lose the bra and say goodbye to back bulges. You feel amazingly thin when you're nude.
No, I can still feel fat. Even if there's fatter people around me, it's still...
There's always somebody who looks better. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to feel fat.
Okay. Point 2, it's hard to start a conversation with a nudist. 5 things you need to know about taking a nude cruise. It's not easy to start up a conversation. You think making small talk is awkward with clothes on?
I think it would be easier to make small talk without clothes on.
Well, if that's your thing, you think it would be, or used to being naked, you know?
Yeah, I think that was just her thing. I think this is someone who is not a nudist who took a nude cruise to see what it's all about, and that takes a little getting used to.
Hey, Bob, your nards look great. There's a one-liner right there. You open up the door.
Is that what
is there any nudist out there that can ask, is that how you start conversations?
Look, compliment's a compliment.
Third thing to know here about taking a nude cruise, first-timers usually have backup plans. They know what they will do if they hate the experience and have mapped out how to fly home from the first port if they're miserable.
Now, if you go on one of those things and you don't want to get naked, you're allowed to wear clothes?
I mean, I think they can't force you to be naked, so you could, I guess, you know. But if you fly home afterward, like from the first port, you're just going to spend so much money. That seems like such a waste.
Yeah.
I'm getting a feeling that our chat room and the YouTube channel, I think we got some swingers in there.
Oh, yeah? Well,
because
frisky talk in there?
A little frisky talk and kind of like you guys are so vanilla.
It's an adult chat room.
You guys don't know about swingers. You guys sound so vanilla.
I am so vanilla.
None of us are swingers. So
I am so vanilla.
When it comes to this world, we are vanilla.
Trust me, I'm just learning.
Teach us.
Fourth point of things you need to know about taking a nude cruise. It's not a free-for-all. There are rules, official and implied, to make everyone more comfortable. For instance, no body contact is allowed on the dance floor, and the staff will enforce it. If you start doing the bump and grind, they'll be like, no. We ain't doing that.
Oh, Bob comes on over and he's... Hey, Kev, let's dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem. If you don't like Bob, if you just met Bob...
Yeah.
Bob from Port St. Lucie comes up to you.
Yeah. No body contact.
Yeah, there are a ton of rules. I haven't read it in a little while, but even the swingers one, too. They have an entire multiple-page rule book that you have to go through and agree to before you sail. And if you break anything, you're going to find your own way home on your own dime. They're kicking you off.
Wow.
And not to be gross, but what's the rule for grooming?
That actually was brought up. She said that she thought it would be more to have, kind of like more drapes You know,
have more drapes.
She thought that, but she said no. Oddly enough, a lot of the nudists are very well groomed, and I guess think about it because that's in a sense their clothes, so they want to be representable, and they think that having it under control.
Well, plus
is the right move.
If the chef is cooking, my sandwich or my burger, and he doesn't have any pants on, I don't want.
Now the staff has got to wear clothes. I believe everybody who is chefs and all that stuff, they're not nude.
You're also not allowed, especially with the swingers one, to hit on the staff or do anything remotely close to inappropriate to make them uncomfortable because they're just there doing their job.
Right,
they're not part of this. They're just kind of stuck and subjected to it.
Next week they're working the Buckeye Cruise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big difference.
But what if you got Bob from Port St. Lucie? He's milling around naked, not trimmed, and he's over by the food section.
That's unfortunate.
I can see why they would have a grooming kind of a thing.
Yeah,
going
I
on.
wonder when people are nude near a buffet.
They give you a hairnet.
Gosh.
Just so many problems.
Yeah. And last point here to learn about taking a nude cruise. You don't have to be a swinger to be a nudist. In fact, the overwhelming majority are not. They're wholesome couples looking to add innocent spice to their relationship.
That's the one thing I learned about because we were going to do something with a nudist colony and we wanted to do some goofy stuff. And they don't look at it at all like that. They're very, very pure when it comes to all that stuff. In fact, you can't even blur any of their naked parts out because if you do, they feel like they're being misrepresented.
Yeah,
which they kind of are, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's why you have different cruises for that. They have the swingers one and the naked cruise. They're completely different companies. They're different dates and everything because there's a whole different audience for those. It's really unbelievable.
Wow. Okay, well, there you go. You're learning here on the KVJ show.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I got some ongoing problems here in the state of Florida. A lot of it has to do with our animals that are around here. Always hearing something. We got the iguanas that are falling from the trees, or we got pythons, and now apparently they're really starting to worry about that tribe of herpes-carrying monkeys.
Man, I saw that. The headline was herpes monkeys taking over Florida.
Yeah, the experts are saying by 2022, the monkey population on the Silver River is estimated to double. Those things are really multiplying. That can mean somewhere near 400 monkeys living on the banks of the river there. And they say about a quarter of the monkeys carry the herpes B virus. And with more monkeys, it means more chances of conflict with people and them maybe trying to stretch their borders because they're outgrowing what they got.
So, monkey with herpes, what can they do to a human?
They could probably, we're talking about with the coronavirus. I mean, a lot of these viruses are spread from monkeys to humans. If they would attack or scratch or bite.
Do you get hurt? You don't get like human herpes. You
get the disease.
You get monkey herpes or
monkey
human?
herpes.
You get the monkey herpes.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, it ravages your body. I don't know. I mean, it will react to each specimen differently, but I think that's where the fear comes in is that we could, maybe we don't need to worry about the coronavirus. We need to worry about the monkey Hep B. Is that what it is?
Herpes
B. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
monkey herpes.
It's in our backyard.
Yeah.
Gotta take care of our house.
That might be the one we should be paying attention to is monkey's herpes V.
That would be a tough way to go. I call you up and go, Kev, I don't think I'm going to make it. I've got monkey herpes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the world can be cruel.
Oh, it is. Tough place. Interesting little distraction techniques being used here in the state of Florida. In Marion County, a woman clogged the toilets at a Family Dollar to distract the employees so she could rob the store. Uh-huh. She had packed the laundry bins with stolen items before going into the bathroom. And when the employees learned about the clogged toilet, she escaped using an emergency exit, then dumped all the items in the trash before meeting up with somebody in an SUV. She had a whole plan going on here. The driver pulled around to the back of the store to collect the items, but took off when employees came outside. They've got some footage of her, but they haven't found her at this time. Watch that distraction technique.
Not gonna lie, man, my mind's still on that monkey story.
Monkey's herpes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it probably should be. That's where we all need to be right now. There's a New Smyrna Beach man that set his hospital bed on fire to get the attention of a nurse.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did. He was angry because he thought the hospital staff was ignoring his request to bring him clothes, so he just lit up a fire. His roommate used an emergency button to alert the staff. The room filled with smoke, but a nurse was able to put out the flames with a fire extinguisher. The guy then tried to escape the hospital, but was stopped by hospital staff and held him till police arrived.
You're in the right spot if you get burned.
Yeah, you're right. I'm already here. There's a guy in Clearwater. A lot of shady, weird stuff going on in Clearwater that was arrested last weekend for disorderly conduct after he went table to table at an IHOP at about 3 a.m. offering to show people his junk.
A lot of weird stuff goes down at 3 a.m. at IHOP.
Would you like some sausage with those pancakes?
And at Denny's, the restaurant.
Yeah. Then 2 hours after he got out of jail, he was arrested again for stealing 2 donuts. And he then tried to bribe the cops because he said, hey, all cops love donuts, right?
Wow, he just did it wrong at every turn.
Every turn. Here's a drug dealer in Ireland that did it wrong. Thought he's so smart because he was dealing in Bitcoin. Had $58 million of it in Bitcoin. So he had the codes and he put it where he said, nobody else is going to find it in my fishing rod case. Well, the problem is his landlord had no idea and threw out the case with the codes. So now there's no way to access the money. So $58 million in Bitcoin sitting there and he can't get it. That's terrible.
It's tough, man.
There's a guy in Tennessee who ordered a cup of water at McDonald's last week and got mad when they gave it to him for free and refused to take his $100 bill. Apparently he's trying to just get some change, so he wound up hitting 2 female employees and got arrested for assault. That didn't end up right.
He really went a different way with it. He started off so right.
And I always love these touching stories. There's a janitor at a school near Memphis that had to take 3 buses and walk 2 miles to get to work each day. So the school launched a GoFundMe campaign to buy him a car, and the community has donated thousands of dollars in the past week. And last we checked, it was up over $45,000.
He has a Lamborghini now.
Yeah.
That's what always happens with those stories.
Wait, is that janitor driving a Maserati? I don't get it. Yeah, there you go. It's called GoFundMe. All right, coming up here in a couple minutes, it's Fat Tuesday. Virginia's in New Orleans at Mardi Gras. We'll hopefully be able to check in with her, and I believe we might have another exciting round of the Rocco match game. And this has got a very special Bourbon Street edition to it. Virginia's 4-year-old son, Rocco, has recorded some lines from Bourbon Street that we'll hopefully have coming up on the show next.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Well, I saw Virginia posted up on her Instagram the largest pile of crawfish. So she's getting the food going on. Safe to say she's probably not right now at her goal weight that she set.
But crawfish is such a...
I know, it's a non-offender. Yeah,
No.
she said yesterday it was probably the king cake that she had that probably got it going. But they got the beignets. Like, if I could go crazy on the food that is there, like, oh, man, just some gumbo, jambalaya, I'd be all about that. The shrimp po' boys, I'd be all up on that.
Oh, the po' boys.
They're amazing.
Yes. Oh, you're making me...
They're amazing. Virginia, what all have you eaten since you've been there?
Oh, my gosh. Last night, we went to Emerald's for dinner.
Yeah.
And I saw my boyfriend, Harry Connick. He says hi to y'all back.
Oh, did you stalk him and take a weird photo of him, and they ask you to, like, please not do that or you're going to have to leave?
Well, he was up on a float, and he doesn't technically know he's my boyfriend, but...
Oh, okay.
It was so much fun. We had the best meal, and literally the parade rolls like right in front of Emerald. So we would go in and we would eat and we would go out and watch the parade, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I see there's some other people from South Florida that are out there, too. I was just checking on my social media, and there's somebody that had video up from one of the floats that is there. They're in New Orleans. So there's a lot of South Floridians over there with you as well. So that sounds pretty cool.
A lot.
Now,
just yesterday, I probably had, oh my gosh, 5 different entrees that would have just normally on a normal day been a one meal situation, but I had 5 of them yesterday.
Impressive.
What did you eat? Go slow. I'm really hungry.
So, okay, I had these baked scallops, but they were baked in this butter sauce.
That sounds good.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Oh, garlic, breadcrumbs. Then I had barbecued shrimp. Then I had, oh my gosh, like a cauliflower crab soup. Oh my God, that was so good.
Very aquatic.
Yeah, she is. She's going for all this. And that's not that bad. I mean, you're not eating terrible. The stuff I named is the stuff where you put on the carbs and, the beignets and those kind of things. You had a beignet since you've been there?
I have not. So today we're going into the French Quarter. We really haven't gone. We've stayed mostly uptown. We did a little bit last night at the Riverwalk, but we haven't really gone to Cafe Du Monde. We haven't gone into the Quarter. That's today.
Okay, all right. And are there people up like drinking and partying right now already in New Orleans for Mardi Gras?
Oh my gosh, yes. So I'm standing on my sister's balcony on Napoleon Avenue, and the parade passes right in front of her house. It's literally like hundreds of people down on the street grilling, barbecuing, cooking crawfish, drinking, eating. Like it's already a full-on scene, and the parade's not going to be here for like 3 hours.
Wow. Okay. Gosh, sounds like a good time.
Well, our Fat Tuesday has just been absolutely just depressing, Virginia. We have tried to order food 3 different times, and the app has crashed all 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's having a very sad Fat Tuesday.
I'm having a skinny Tuesday, and it sucks.
Yeah. He really wants to break his diet,
I do. Kevin gave me permission to break my diet.
I didn't give him permission.
You hear what you want to hear.
So your game plan, do you get crazy and really blow it out for Mardi Gras and then recover tomorrow, or are you kind of scaling down now from all your partying?
I'm scaling down now. So my big days are always Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, actually, I taper. I have to. I mean, I'm 46 years old. When is it going to stop?
You old?
Well, I mean, the fact you just went hard for 3 days straight is pretty impressive.
It's fun, but, I mean, I feel it.
And then what time do you get in the car to drive home tomorrow?
So we'll probably get in the car around like 9 a.m. and just book it. Drive straight through.
Okay.
Well, I hope you're rested, Saniki, because I'm coming for you for a little dirt off when your ass gets back home.
Have you been doing the dirt today, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's done every dirt since you've been gone.
And I ain't laughing over here. I'm going to be mean and lean, ready to go. I'm mean, lean, dirt machine.
Yeah, he's ready for this.
All right. If you think you can handle all of this, bring it. I'm not scared of you.
I know you're not. That's the thing.
She'll be ready to fight you on Thursday. All right. Well, have fun, and we'll check in with you one more time tomorrow, see how it went, okay?
Okay. I love you guys, and I miss you.
Love you, too. Miss you, too. Can't wait to get you back on Thursday. Well, we just talked to Virginia live from New Orleans. She's there for Mardi Gras. It's Fat Tuesday. She said already, hundreds of people already. They're just out in the streets, drinking, cooking, eating already. They got it going on. Keep in mind, they're like an hour behind us, too, so it's like 8 a.m. their time.
Yeah, I feel like we got to liven it up. Do you care if I have a beer?
Go ahead. Do whatever you want to do.
Fat Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it is Fat Tuesday. There's no doubt about that.
If I can't get breakfast here...
You got to get something, right?
Get something.
I mean, come on, it's a day where you just get to blow all caution to the wind, and so far you've just blown it.
Plus, we only have 40 minutes left of the show.
It's true.
You don't have to deal with me, not that long.
Within the podcast, yeah. After
That's
the show.
not saying.
We
don't get paid for that.
Yeah, you're right. We got Candy on here from Wellington because Virginia sent in a round of the Rocco match game. Rocco's been talking there on Bourbon Street. And what we've done is we've taken a little phrase here that Rocco's been saying. We bleep out one word. You just got to try to guess what it is. Hello, Candy.
Hello.
Hello. All right. We got some Rib Roundup tickets on the line here. See if you can go 2 out of 3 here. Or we'll give you 3 chances to get one right. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, here we go. This is Rocco match game here. Tell us, can you figure out what is the word that we bleeped out from this phrase from Virginia's son Rocco?
This one guy was walking funny, and then he in my face.
Whoa. Oh, my gosh.
What is going on there in New Orleans? All right, let's hear that one more time.
This one guy was walking funny, and then he in my face.
Okay. All right, what do you think we bleeped out there? What is that word, Candy, that was bleeped out in the Rocco match game here? He said this one guy was walking funny, and then he bleeped in my face.
He farted in my face?
Oh, okay. That is a good guess.
This one guy was walking funny, and then he laughed in my face.
Oh, okay. He laughed in his face.
Way different than farted.
That is. There's a lot of bad things that could happen in your face on Bourbon Street.
I feel like if a stranger
not that
farted
bad.
in your kid's face, that is grounds to fight them,
Virginia
right?
would have punched him.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. All right, let's see if we have better luck on this one, Candy.
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really up.
Okay.
That's the best
Wow.
one.
I mean, come on now.
That's the
What
best
are we
clip.
doing here?
And I kind of believe that. I think that's really going on.
I think that's really accurate. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, let's hear this again.
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really up.
It's very funny.
Oh my gosh, getting
What is he? Yeah, what can he be in there? Keep in mind, it is something you can say on the radio here.
I mean, what's he getting into?
Yeah, what is he getting into here? What do you think is the
one
word?
more time.
Okay, one more time. What is the word we bleeped out here, Candy?
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really up.
It's that ED at the end that really makes it good.
It does. It's-
Up.
Wow. Okay, what could that possibly be? What's your guess here, Candy?
I don't know, messed up.
That's
Getting
a good
real-
guess.
Oh, that is really a good guess. Yeah.
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really pumped up.
Oh, he's getting pumped up. Oh, he's all excited for the parades and the beads and things like that. Okay.
That's the best clip out of all of them.
That's a tough one. Okay. Well, luckily we got one more for you here. Okay. Let's see if we can get a match on this one, Candy. The Rocco match game from Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
I had a lot of women here on Bourbon show me their.
Wait, hold on. What? Let me see if I can hear that. What was this?
I had a lot of women here on Bourbon show me their.
I had a lot of women here on Bourbon Street show me their. I mean, the kid's 4. I mean, come on, really?
It's innocent. It's something we can say on the radio.
Wow.
Showing me there. I think I know what it is.
You think you know what this one is? Okay, this is this is tough. Candy, what do you think is the word that we bleeped out? What are women on Bourbon Street showing Rocco?
People are wondering if Rocco's drunk.
They're beads.
What is your guess?
They're beads.
Okay.
I had a lot of women here on Bourbon show me their beads.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Show him their beads. How did they get those beads? All right. Good stuff. Well, congratulations, Candy. You got the one you needed out of 3. We're going to hook you up with tickets. You get to go to the Rib Roundup. It is not too far away. March 7th. It's going to be at the amphitheater. Coral Sky is what I still call it, but you got Dustin Lynch, Chris Jansen, Michael Ray, Carly Pierce, and Matt Stell all going to be there, plus the ribs, the amazing food, and just a lot of fun, okay?
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Are you able to play that clip one more time?
Yeah, I just, it really just kind of sums up what's going on there.
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really up.
Yeah.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
I'm here on Bourbon Street with my mom, getting really up.
Didn't he just slow down the audio of Rocco from a second ago?
I mean, it sounds like he is hammered.
Oh, one of these days, kid. One of these days. I'm sure it's going to happen. Just not today. You're 4. Oh, man. I thought this was kind of a fun little thing to read. Apparently, it's not just your profession. It's everyone out there. No matter what you do, when you get into small talk with somebody, and talking about your profession is usually one of the quickest and easiest things that people will gravitate towards. But once you tell them what you do, you ever been hit with a question where you're like going, yep, I get that every single time I tell somebody what I do. Apparently every profession pretty much has that. So whatever you do for your profession, you get that question. Like somebody said, yeah, I do mammograms. It's very important screening test for breast cancer, but people always say, so you get to look at boobs all day, huh? And you're like, yeah, I look at boobs all day. So if you tell anybody that that's what you do is you run radiation and do mammograms, that's what you're going to get.
Do you get any for radio?
I usually get, so you guys only have to work 4 hours a day, huh?
4 hours a day, and you guys, so why does Kevin play that music? Or why is Kevin playing that song? Or
why do you always play the same song over and over again?
I got nothing to do with it. I got nothing to do with it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I usually have pretty quick answers to every question because there's a standard like 2 or 3 that you always get when somebody finds out what you do. And is a pretty quick way to answer all of them.
It is funny that people, you guys get out at 10 o'clock. I'm like,
yeah, it must be nice. Only 4 hours a day.
10 p.m.
Yeah. Or I get like, I've been told I have a really good radio voice.
I have been told I'm so funny. You guys should have me on the show. I'm hilarious.
Yeah, I get that too.
I get that a lot.
What is it that you get from your profession? Somebody said, I'm a dental hygienist, and people are like going, oh, can you look at my tooth? Or, oh, yeah, I hate you. You cause so much pain.
Okay, so that's a question. Let's say you have a skin, something on your arm, and you see a doctor, and the doctor's off, and you just ask him to take a look at it. Hey, what do you think, doc? Is this something I should be concerned about? Is that doctor annoyed you're asking them that because they're off?
Probably, yeah. It's like on their free time.
But they're also helping somebody. Isn't that part of it as well?
Part of it. It probably depends upon how much they push it. I mean, if it's a quick look, be like, yeah, okay, no, you're good. Or it depends upon probably who the person is.
Like if we're having drinks at a bar and we just meet a doctor and I'm like, hey, doc, can you check this out really quick on my arm? I think I got tennis elbow.
Are you already friends with them? I got
no, I don't know them that well. I just met them.
They might be annoyed then.
We're sharing a drink together.
Yeah.
All right.
They might be annoyed. I don't know. It probably depends upon them and how annoying you are. Somebody said, yes, I'm a hearing specialist. And as soon as people find out, they're like, huh? What?
Jokes.
Ha. Yeah. Okay. What did you say? What? Huh? Yeah. Huh? All right. So what is it you get? Do you have one of these as well for your profession? Every single time you tell somebody what it is that you do, they always got some kind of retort or some kind of question you immediately hear. Let us know. 877-979-9763. All right, so what is that question you always get with the profession you do? I think every single profession out there has something. Like a hearing specialist, always like, huh? What'd you say? A lot of them for firefighters, paramedics, people who are in, first responders. The firefighter paramedic thing, first thing that somebody will ask is, what's like the craziest thing you've ever seen? You ever seen a dead body? Yeah, that comes up.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'd probably ask that question too. I mean, I've talked to some police officers, some that really, work the, what do they call it? The beat or the street, the beat street. Is that what they call it?
Beat street. That's a hip hop. It's a break dancer.
They tell me some really crazy stories about what they see out there, man. It's fascinating.
Some of these jobs, it's probably good to have an easy to go to question that you've got a story all ready to go. It's a nice icebreaker and you're already there. Somebody said I'm a police officer, and every time I tell somebody what I do or I walk into a room in uniform, they're like going, it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
That's a funny. Usually the people that do that, they are the ones holding. They're trying to like overdo
it's a deflecting
it is.
tactic, yes. Somebody else texted in and said, I'm a female police officer, and almost every time I tell a guy that I'm an officer, I get the, so you got the pink furry handcuffs? Well, don't arrest me. Oh, I hate it. Oh, you going to frisk me?
It's terrible.
That would be kind of annoying.
That is annoying.
Somebody said I'm a funeral director, and people are always like going, oh, that people are just dying to see you. Yeah, right.
Knock them dead.
See, I don't mind necessarily a question that's, okay, that's a good question, and we could have a conversation about that. The annoying joke, I think, that always goes with every profession, because the ones that seem to be aggravating is the one who is a hearing specialist and the funeral director. Those are the ones like, yeah, I get it. Right.
Yeah, one of those, I was on a bachelor party, and I didn't know one of the guys, he kept on calling me NPR. He didn't know who I was. I didn't know who he was. Like, hey, what's up, NPR? Hey, NPR! And the drunker he got, the more he'd call me NPR.
NPR.
Just because
radio. It's anything radio.
That's all he could think of.
Yeah, you're far from NPR.
Every time I'd walk in the room, NPR!
Yes. Even though they are abbreviated like KVJ, there is nothing similar between KVJ and NPR. Nothing. David in here from Lake Park. You work at a venue, and what is the question people are always asking you about your profession, David?
I always get, can I get free tickets or can I come back and see the band?
You know what? Welcome to radio. Yeah, that's a big one for us too. We get the free ticket card. You get into everything.
No,
right?
I actually have to pay for all my concert tickets. I've been to 4 concerts.
Yeah, I get that all the time. And it's just like, really just pay for your ticket. And if you want to meet the band, pay for a meet and greet.
I know it's tough because everybody thinks it's so easy for you, and you just probably like they're probably, it's like they back up and it's like, here, David, here's a stack of 100 tickets. Do with them whatever you want.
The only pool I can get anybody free into, like if someone says, "Can you get me into a free event?" It's Paws in the Park.
Really?
And that's because I think it's a free event anyway.
Yeah, I'll get you in for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to the standard ones here. Somebody said I am a dance teacher, gymnast coach, and people either ask me to teach them to dance or OMG, can you do the splits? I could see that. Somebody else who said that I am a gymnast, and they always ask me if I can flip.
I bet you.
I think I would ask that.
I bet lawyers always get, "Oh, you can't handle the truth."
You think so?
I don't know. You don't think so?
No.
I thought so until you gave me your response.
I don't feel like that would be the case.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that feels like that's off.
No way.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth to a lawyer?
To a lawyer?
Do you know that movie?
I do, yeah.
He's a lawyer in that.
Yeah. I know he is, but...
Well, objection.
Yes. That's my line.
Maybe this beer's kicking in.
Mike is a realtor. What is it that people always say when you tell them what you do, Mike?
Oh, you're a realtor? So how's the market? Is it a buyer or seller's market? And my response would be, are you looking? Can I help you? Their answer would be no. And then I just ask if we could change the subject.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I could see that I wouldn't know what to say. I probably would be right there being annoying.
Do you ever get people say, "Oh, buyers beware, buyers beware"?
No, I don't.
Mike, his beer's kicking in.
It's Fat Tuesday, baby.
Yeah, you tell. Yeah, that beer is kicking in. Here come the comments. Somebody said I'm an elevator mechanic. People are going, I bet your job is full of ups and downs.
I mean,
see, that is the worst. It's a terrible joke that you've heard 8,000 times. I think it'd be the worst way to go.
You work in elevators. I bet you get stuck with your problems. All right, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back off.
That beer is hitting hard there. Thank you, Funky Buddha, by the way. Yeah, somebody says I work for FP&L, and everybody asks me if I get my energy for free.
Oh, I bet.
I actually don't know. Do you get a discount?
Well, that's what I want to ask people who work at the Publix Deli. Are you able to just do subs galore? If you are, I know the other people in the Publix area, they can't get free subs all the time. But if you're running stuff in the deli, can you just boar's head it up anytime you want?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Somebody did let you know here what the attorneys always get. He said, my buddy's a lawyer, and people are always coming up to him saying, well, if the glove doesn't fit, you got to quit. Somebody said, when I worked for Victoria's Secret, I always got, so did they ever tell you Victoria's Secret?
That's a terrible line.
It's a terrible line.
Oh, the one they have in the show The Office, and I've heard other people do it before. Michael Scott, Steve Carell's character's at Hooters. He's like, oh, I'll take the chicken breast sandwich. Hold the chicken. I bet they hear a lot of those kind of.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would think that any of those kind of like joints are going to be so annoying.
If you work at a Hooters, I bet you've heard so many boob jokes and comments.
Somebody said I'm a plumber, and people always look going, your job sounds real crappy.
I mean, you gotta be so annoyed with that joke.
It is, yeah.
You're having a bad day and you hear that.
I bet you could see that guy coming. I bet before he even says the joke, you know he's going to be the kind of guy that's going to drop that joke.
He answers the door shirtless, that guy.
Yeah, you can see him coming. We got Lucy on here from Boca who does mattress sales. So what is the comment you always get when people find out your profession, Lucy?
Well, normally, can you hook me up with a discount on a bed? But because I'm young, blonde, and 25, do you come with the bed? Do you test out all your mattresses with people? Do you take naps at work?
And how do you still try to like smile and humor them, or just like going no?
Yeah, I'll just start getting into my product and trying to sell them on it. I'm like, okay, you want to be interested? I got sales pitches for days. I can board the shit out of you.
And as you go through your sales, as you go through your sales pitch, they ever like say a joke? Oh, you're putting me to sleep.
I'm sure they probably do.
Yeah, they sound like jerks.
Yeah. All right. Got anything you want to add to it? 877-979-9763. What is it you always get when people hit you up about your profession? Let us know at the KVJ Show.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
A couple of answers to your questions here, Jaybird. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, at the Publix Deli and Bakery, you cannot have whatever you want. If you get caught making your own food, you could be released. Everybody's got to pay for their food.
Wow.
Yeah.
Running a tight ship.
And on the FPL Free Energy, somebody said, nope, FPL is one of the tightest companies around.
Wow. Yeah, people always ask, too, even in the chat room there, you guys get tickets free? We really don't get free tickets. We really don't.
No, not much.
Not much.
No, a little bit here and there, and you got to kind of ask for them, and, maybe.
Grovel.
Depends. Yeah, it just kind of depends.
May I please have some tickets?
Yeah, it depends, I think things are better than they used to, but,
Really?
I've started asking more, yeah. That's why. They don't ever, be like, hey, here.
Oh, no, they're not jerks about it. It's just the fact that they don't have the inventory. Nobody is a jerk about it.
Yeah.
But it's not, I hear stories back from the 80s and the 90s and even the 2000s where, tickets were raining.
There was a golden era of radio.
You and Virginia used to talk about that. In the beginning.
I got in at the tail end of it. I tasted maybe about 6 weeks of it, and then it just seemed to end. It was long enough that I'm like going, this radio's great. And then I'm like, what happened?
I definitely missed that.
Yes.
That tail end.
It was fantastic for 6 weeks. It's really good. We're talking about what people always say when you tell them what your profession is. Somebody said, I clean house, and as soon as somebody finds out that I have spot treatment questions all over the place, people will be like, hey, stain removal. What do I do to fix this? How do I do that? Somebody else said when I worked at a movie theater, people are going, so you get to watch a lot of movies, huh? Yeah, after working all day. So I guess you get to go in afterwards. Somebody else who's a dietitian, they always want people want them to break down like a whole diet plan for them right then and there. So, everybody's got it. Like I said, I had a feeling that that's probably what we would see is every single day.
A lot of lawyers, actually. Did you see those lawyers texting in saying they do hear you can't handle the truth as a lawyer?
Really? I didn't see one.
Really?
Yeah. I looked through every single text, yeah.
We're looking at different threads again?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, not one of those. Yeah, I didn't see that. No. Are you looking at the KVJ texts? Because, I'm looking at the KVJ texts, and not one came in.
All right.
Yeah. Looking in the chat room, too, and not one person in the chat room.
Maybe it was my friends.
And, yeah. Different little thing there. All right, Jay Bird, here we go. Big moment for you. Time for your thought for the day. Couple beers in, it should be good.
I think it's kind of deep. Use what talent you possess. The woods would be very silent if no birds sang except those that sang best. That kind of long. Was that
Wait, what? What?
I don't know.
What was it?
You don't want that again, do you? Use what talent you possess.
Yeah.
The woods would be very silent if no birds sang except those that sang best.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if you're mediocre, sing, baby.
Are there some birds that sing badly?
You
heard that? Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.